Right, so yeah, welcome back to the Voidheart. By the way, we've already restarted this like once because I keep fucking up the catch-up. So we're just gonna get straight on it. We left the Standing Stones. Arliaden and Ileana were reacquainted. You brought Eitri back to the castle, and she started getting recovered in the infirmary. And I believe you prepared to meet Sigmund Scalebane as he came over to deliver the maps of the Underdark. And all of you plan to kill him eventually. After a lot of debating, you plan to basically murder him, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah. Probably a bad idea in the end.
Well, in hindsight, it was a bad idea. You didn't realise that, of course, that he was so powerful, and the fact that the actual Ileana's presence would anger him so much that he would attack you.
Yeah, but that was the one detail we forgot about.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It wasn't forgotten, it was just misjudged.
I also like the way that details comprise of traps attached to a piece of string.
Yes, that is exactly what was going on.
All that it takes to take down a Red Rider.
Yeah, just...
All that it takes. To
Bit
sit
of
in one
alchemy
chair.
fire, a spike up the butt, and that's it. Job done.
A little bit of role-playing with Sigmund until his passive perception didn't actually notice Ileana in the corner, and it was only as she spoke that he turned to look at her, realised who she was, a fight ensued, but he escaped. But you realise that, unlike Angai, who's also a Red Rider, Angai stayed until he died or was defeated, and then turned into some sort of black sphere, which destroyed everything around it. Instead of that, Sigmund panicked, looked hurt, and used his Shadow Stride ability that all Red Riders have to get the fuck out of there. And after that, Tumble, I went outside to talk to the riders that he'd come with, the cavalry.
Oh.
And you managed to capture one, interrogated him, got some information, but as you killed him and then tried to revivify him, you learnt that most of the Red Riders' loyal house Carls have something on them, a curse, an enchantment. You couldn't quite tell at the time, and that their souls disappear from their body when they die and go somewhere. You're not sure where, but you might have an inkling that it's something to do with Tang, Ileana's mage / whatever he is. No one really kind of knows what he is. After that, there was a lot of debating. And I believe you guys were discussing whether to head to Bournley and get boats, head to Larifia, get back to Dolaf's homeland where it's safe.
Not us, just the villagers.
Yeah, and also, before that, Vagar did actually send Naylor to Land's End with a message for Samuel, the alderman, saying, collect all of your militia, all the villagers, farmers, and bring them to Fort Erenspire. I believe that was the message, wasn't it, Vagar?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're just awaiting on Naylor's return. And we were literally only 15, 20 minutes after the fight. So we continue today's session inside the castle. I'll map you up for you. Also, part of the catch-up, Tumble went upstairs to find his brother and his wife, to only find them both been murdered. Previously, you realised as well that they'd been murdered for at least a day and a half, 2 days, and no one had noticed. So Tumble has kind of felt like this is a personal... Yeah.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Oh, no.
The guards got what was coming to him in the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Useless guards.
Oh, yeah, and also most of the guards are dead.
The human ones, at least.
Yeah,
That's what happens when they don't listen to orders.
there is one human guard left. His name is Bran. He's the one that had 2 elvish guards with him. So, of course, they advised him not to go in.
Naturally.
All right,
I think he's a pussy, Bran.
Wow, pussy.
Anyway, so are we all in here in the main chamber?
Yes, I believe you were standing here discussing. Eitri, by the way, has walked in from the infirmary holding the wound she'd suffered from the elementals. She apologises. Lord Dolaf, I am sorry I could not attend and help.
I don't think it would have made much of a difference. Thank you.
She goes, I'm here now, though, if you need me.
Well, don't know how much longer we'll be here for.
Yeah, Otti comes rushing up behind Eitri, grabs her around the shoulder, says, you should be resting. Sits her on one of the seats next to... She goes to sit here next to Arlie Aiden, looks at Arlie Aiden, and then picks her up and moves her around to the opposite side of the table. Bearing in mind, Tumble also had a go at Ileana, and she disappeared. She literally teleported away.
Did I wash this morning? I can't remember.
Doubtful.
All
Are
right.
we settled on the plan?
Ooh, what's the plan?
We're leaving Fort Aaronspire.
But I've literally just decorated my room.
Well, I would suggest you go and grab what belongings you wish to take with you.
Good plan. Good plan. I'll take one of the wagons. Bran, since you're no longer any more than the serving boy, will you accompany me?
Bran looks confused. Brushes back his straw-coloured hair. My lord? She looks towards Dolaf.
Come along and throw away that sword. It's no more than a toothpick to you now, anyway.
It's a club.
Oh, sorry. I forgot my glasses.
Okay. Lord Dolaf, do I go help your cousin, or...?
Sure. Why not? Sure.
Just abuse him. Let's go.
He looks really nervous, and as he walks past, following Ali, he looks at all of his comrades, like the ashes scattered around the room.
Very much of them to bury.
Yeah.
Brave men, Bran. Observe brave men.
Yes, brave men. Of course, Ali Eden. Lord Ali Eden.
While you were pumping yourself with that club sword, they were busy fighting for us.
Well, I was just following orders. I mean, I was just following Dolaf's orders. I didn't... And the guards told me not to go in, so the rest of them were well, round-eared idiots.
Fear not, Bran, fear not. Come with me and we shall retake your GCSEs for you. Let's go.
Okay, well, I don't know what that is, but it sounds tasty. Let's go. Okay, so Ali Eden goes off to collect stuff from his room. The rest of you, you're still in the main hall.
Right. We need to
Foxfire,
Yes. What can I do?
get your men and gather the horses, provisions for the road, and the treasury.
Yeah, I was about to ask that, my lord. The treasury for sure, yes?
Yes, we'll
Okay.
take it with us, of course.
He nods. And immediately, it's like the elvish guards, they kind of like snap their fingers and they've got like a telepathic link. They just like instantly like work at hands. Boom, boom, boom. Like just getting the job done, military style. They've had training. They know what's going on here. Vagor, just at that moment, you hear a keening car in the distance and Naylor comes soaring through the main hall corridor, lands on your shoulder, brushes up against you. And she has something attached to her leg.
I'll hand her a piece of food. Take the scroll, I guess, little scroll case or something.
As you take it's like a small one. She goes, car! And then flies down onto the table and begins picking at the rest of the loin of lamb.
I'll take the piece that she's picking and put it on the floor and just flick her in the ear a little bit, like, don't do that.
Okay, so the letter says, by the time you have received this script, Lord Dolaf, me, my villagers, and the men that I have assembled will be leaving, and will be fast on upon our way. Yours faithfully, Samuel Yormund, and family.
Probably by the time it starts addressing Lord Dolaf, I'll just stop reading and just pass it to Dolaf.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Vagor.
No problem.
Seems they'll be on their way. That's good. Is everyone else set and ready?
I mean,
Yeah. Been prepared for a while. Let's just go.
Okay, so that's when Agni Whitebeard walks in with Namira, his daughter, and he nods and goes, "Well, I know what's going on in here, so I've managed to pack up everything. Are we going?"
Good. Shortly, just as soon as the villagers arrive.
We had hardly had time to settle down anyway, so most of my people have still got their provisions packed. It's good. So I can provide you with 42 warriors, Dolev. War picks, war hammers, and you see Mern comes in, he's got his armour fully on, he's ready to go, warhammer in hand, shield.
That's good. We'll need all we can get.
Yeah. Felocial's always beside you as well with her great sword.
It's one thing I need to
pick
do
up your
before I leave.
husband on the way.
Perhaps. Tumble?
There's one last thing I gotta do before I leave. And I walk out of the main chamber. And I get a couple of the Elvish guards to help me get what remains of my brother and his wife.
As you do, what's his name? Osvalda stops you and says, "Tumble, my friend, we've already dealt with that problem." And you see that he leads you to the infirmary, and on the 2 stone tables are Urki and Corky, but they've got a white cloth over them.
Right.
I mean,
Need to
bury them.
Yeah.
He nods.
And unless you know any of powerful clerics who can bring them back.
Eitri kind of is sitting on the other side, and she says, "I'm sorry, my friend. I'm not that type of cleric." Even Mern is like, "I don't have the materials," or like the...
Well, he doesn't have raised dead either.
No, and they're kind of torn up, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's been a while, so.
Yeah. The guard, Osvaldo, says, "I'll grab some of the Duergar and we can help you bury him." And him.
Let me grab my spade.
Where would you like to bury them, Tumble?
Do we have a graveyard section around this Lord Eros?
No.
Around... No? Okay. In that case, I think somewhere just outside the grounds would be suitable.
Okay. So you, the guards put them on a cart, not disrespectfully, but to manage to get them there.
On a small hill.
Yeah, okay. So one of the hills that hasn't currently been denuded by the Duergar looks beautiful. It's got currently a kind of wilting, what looks like blossom tree, because it's turned into autumn at the moment, and the area is just surrounded in beautiful colours of leaves. And the guards begin digging at the top of the hill under the tree.
Yeah. Tumble would definitely help out.
Mm-hmm. And it takes you a couple of hours, but eventually they are laid to rest next to one another in the ground. And the guard says, "I can perform one last service for you if you wish, Tumble, and mark the grave so you can come back."
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, Mark.
Osvaldo reaches into his backpack, reaches down onto the bottom of the trunk near the base of the tree, and he brings a scroll out, and it disintegrates in his left hand, and then you see his right hand glow purple, and he leaves an arcane mark, the shape of 2 gnomes holding hands. And then he brings his hand back, brushes away the arcane energy. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks.
He nods.
If you would give me a moment, tell the others I'll be ready to leave when they are.
Sure, of course. And as you leave, and you see behind him, you see the industrial refugee camp behind him that is the Duergar camp with the black pots and smoke like rising up to the air. You hear them all packing away, rushing around, loading carts, etc., etc. And you can see the hills and barrows beside them, all currently dug up, and you see scaffolding around some of them.
I place one of my short swords, not the lightning one, but just my normal short sword.
Mm-hmm.
One I started with, basically.
Yep.
and I place it atop their grave. And under my breath, I say, "I'll find those Red Riders. I'll avenge you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I promise."
And Tumble, at that moment, in the horizon to the northwest, something briefly lights up the sky. And you squint slightly as this white light then recedes, and then you see a blackness spreading maybe about 3 or 4 inches above the horizon, like a ball of blackness. And then it just recedes down and down and down and disappears. There's one more like kind of lightning strike that shoots upwards, and then everything goes quiet, and then suddenly you see a flock of birds begin flying your way, away from whatever it was.
Which direction would that be on the map?
Okay, so we go to Rhineland. So you're at Fort Ehrenspire, yes?
Yeah.
So in these woods just up here, you saw that.
So north.
Yeah, just slightly northeast.
And it was in the woods, or was it further in?
It was on the horizon. It was hard to tell if it was further or whether it was in the woods, but you definitely saw. And
Southeast.
Yeah, you even see some of the Duergar have gone and seen this as well.
The hell? Okay, make a mental note of it, and head back to the others when they're ready.
Okay.
I've got everything I need to go.
Okay, Dolaf, Vagor, both of you go.
Well, I'm ready to go whenever. Just say the word.
As soon as they arrive, I'll finish packing my own provisions now. And I'll go off and do that. Speak to Otti and make sure she's got everything that she needs for the trip.
Yes, Otti says to you, Dolaf. Yes, I hope you don't mind, but I'm bringing the familiar, and you see Aeon's tucked in her bun.
It's a good idea.
Good plan.
Aeon's like, pokes her head up and goes, "Where are we going? I've only ever been here."
I quickly take a quick walk up to Aeon and look her like straight in the eyes.
I thought you were still outside.
I'll be getting back, yeah, when you guys are ready. But I need to ask Aeon something anyway.
Okay, so yeah, Dolaf.
Far away. Somewhere safer.
Okay, well that's good.
I'm sure you'll like it. There's lots of magic there, actually.
Ooh.
Maybe
Can't wait.
more familiar for you.
Yay! She just settles down into Otti's bun, and you see like a small napkin which she's using as a quilt wrap over it. Otti's already packed. She's got her satchel. She's got some of the gear that you guys have accumulated. She's also sorting out some spell components and preparing. And she runs downstairs and begins ordering her handmaidens around.
After that, then I'll just go outside and I'll supervise the guards, just in gearing everything up and ready to transport out.
So you notice that Foxfire has made quick work of it. He's got everything from the treasury in 2 carts, and he's made sure that the stallion isn't leading one of them, so it runs off or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Vagor, are you doing anything else, or are you just ready to go?
No, I really don't have any preparation to do. So.
Okay, so Ali Aiden, you're in your bedroom. What do you want to do?
Have I? Well, my first thought would be to assist Tumble in his mornings, but it would appear he's already done that. So I pack everything of note onto this large, squishy green brain, and head back down to the main area.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Okay, so Tumble, as you're walking, slightly mourning, sad and depressed, Otti walks past, and you see that the green pixie dust trailing from her bun. You go, "Oh, that must be Aeon."
It's Kesha.
What?
Alright. I go up to Otti, I go, "Alright, Otti, you've got the little fairy, haven't you?"
Yes, and the little napkin disappears, and you see this little green face appear with these diaphanous, translucent wings. She flies slightly up, so she lands on the head, grabs onto Otti's bangs, and just goes, "Oh, it's Tumble! What's up? Hello!"
I got some questions for you.
Oh no.
How much do you know about beholders?
One moment.
Are you okay, Tumble?
I'm not familiar with the name.
I'm not great, but anyway, I need to stay focused. The Beholders down in the Underdark. We have to fight 3 of them, apparently.
Oh no, that sounds bad. What are they like? Why'd you have to fight 3? Are they brothers?
I highly doubt it.
No.
I don't even know how Beholders even breed, so don't ask me.
Me neither.
Is there anyone you would know who would actually have information on this, or are you clueless as am I?
Before I was summoned by my old master, I lived at home with my other master. Her name is Morrigan.
Morrigan?
Yeah, Morrigan. She's a beautiful lady who rules over the woods.
Which woods?
Well, they're not here.
Oh.
They're like elsewhere. You know.
Okay.
Elsewhere.
No, that's fine. No, if you no help, then that's it. I turn to the others. We all ready to go?
Wait! We can't go yet. Where's our other friend?
Huh?
You know, the other one. Oh, watch my brain, Tantor. Watch my brain. And I'm going to go and search the castle and see if I can find Ileana.
Okay, roll investigation. Okay, so you search every nook and cranny, and then eventually you just can't find her. Like, you don't know where she's gone or what happened to her. She's just not around.
Gentlemen, we can't leave. We have to have a look around. Our friend is missing. She, of course, could be playing a swift and elusive game, but I'm not very good at those.
I'm sure it's just a game. She'll catch up with us in her own time. Don't
And
worry.
as you mention that, she walks through the castle gates. Looks rather dishevelled.
Oh, she was playing Stack in the Mud, of course.
Dolaf, I need your help. And she comes running up towards you. She looks like she's been slightly scorched. She's got blackened marks up her cloth and stuff. My friend, and she's twiddling her fingers. My friend wanted me to give you these. And she reaches into her robe and produces 5 arrows, just in a bundle. And they drop out of her hand and fall to the ground. And you see each one has a leather cap, so you can't see the arrow tip. Oh, and this! And she reaches in, and there's a small vial. There's 2 vials. And she manages to catch them before they smash. She goes, these are to be applied to bladed weapons. She puts them next to the arrow.
Right.
Oh, you're very, very lucky.
I'll pick them up and I'll stick the arrows in the quiver and things on the cart somewhere.
Okay, so make sure you write those 5 arrows down with question marks then.
Yeah.
Also, the vials contain a luminescent yellow liquid.
I guess we're ready then. No need to pack umbrellas anymore now that Tam, whatever his face, is dead and gone.
Okay. And she climbs into one of the
Carly
carts.
Aiden,
Yes.
just stay quiet for a while, please.
Are you telling me you're going to miss the mid-morning shower having a conversation with that pocket person?
Gear up! Let's go!
Okay, so as you're going straight away, you're not waiting for Sam and his villagers.
Well, they're going to be coming towards us from the direction we're heading, so meet them on the path.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me look at the map so I can. So Land's End is like over here-ish.
Oh, what? I thought it was down south.
No,
Okay,
when you
got
headed
that.
to the Wildlands, you went through here, and that's when you saw it.
Okay, then yes, we'll wait. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, it takes about 4 or 5 hours before this procession of farmers and militia and just children and women appear on the road. You can kind of see their trail first, and it's round about mid-afternoon now as they arrive. And Samuel Yormand with his sons and daughters, all like a dozen of them, approach you. My lord, this is everyone.
Good work.
and they all look like they're so bothered. Some of them look miserable. They've just had to leave their homes. They had to rush to pack. They've been ordered to do so, and you see they look like a bit of a rowdy bunch.
Oh,
Well, that's how it's going to be.
charming.
To be fair, I did say to them, like, if people want to stay, they can, but it's at their detriment.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
We have a long march ahead of us. Are they ready to go?
yes, so I do believe they are. Although some of them didn't want to leave, but I did tell them to because, of course, well, it's
Trust
their
me,
lives.
it is
Yes.
it's in their best interests. And we
Yes.
shall return. They will have their homes again.
Thank you, my lord. I'm sure if I can put their worries to rest when we explain this at camp. Where are we going? The letter didn't say.
We're heading south to Bournley.
Bournley. We're going to Torrent. Well, I've never been to Torrent.
Well, it's only a fleeting visit. We'll then be taking the sea to Larithia.
Okay. Good plan. Of course, it's your plan. Okay, so he walks up and down, takes about 20 minutes getting his people ready, telling them what's going on. They all somewhat hear sighs and outcries of like alarm when they begin telling him we're going to Bournley. And one guard goes, "But Lord, isn't Torrent taken by these Nordrakians, these Nordlings?"
Only the north has fallen. We'll take the border to Wildlands, down to the coast, and follow it along. We shouldn't encounter anyone that way.
He seems to have been placated by that. His question is answered. He slides back into the crowd. Okay, so everyone seems to be ready to go, and your procession just begins moving south.
Yeah, as I say, we'll take the border of Wildland on the Torrent side, down
Yep.
to the coast and along to Bournley to keep away from any of the Nordrakian
Okay, so
incursions. But I think, as you said, it's still the north that's occupied, so we should be fine.
so you are heading slightly into the Wildland Forest.
So where that border is, we'll run the Torrent side of it.
Okay.
Like this, I guess?
Oh, no, sorry.
No.
I will
Or more like that?
down this side,
Yeah.
Okay, so you got
and then across.
got it. Okay, so you've packed everything. You see that Otti is also My lord, I managed to pack this, and you see she's carrying the scrying orb in her satchel. It's a big bulge of like a bowling ball.
Good.
Yes.
It'll be handy to keep close to hand.
Okay, so those of you who are friends with Dolaf, of course, get horses, or as Tumble, he gets a ram.
What?
Yeah, they give you a ram.
Okay.
Besides you, Dwaga are all riding random assortments of small amounts as well that they've managed to hustle up from the local wildlife and train. And the procession goes pretty well on the first day. You don't encounter anything except basically the odd villager or farmer that kind of joins you or just watches you go by with a confused face. Because as you're near the border, half of them have like Torrentian ancestry, and you see Samuel Yormon doesn't know them, etc. And as you bypass a couple of Torrentian men with scythes, hoes, spears, there's about maybe 12 of them, block the road. And the guy watches one and goes, "What are you doing coming this way?"
We are heading to Bournley.
Yes, of course, but he turns, looks behind him to the countryside. He goes, "You are crossing the border.
Correct.
We've got enough with the Nordlings already. It looks like you've got an army."
Looks like you've got
Army.
syphilis.
Shut up, Harley Hayden. I am Dolaf Ehrenspire of Larithia. As you know, we are your allies in this fight against the Nordrakians.
Allies. Well, it's funny that's because most of the allies that we have abandoned us.
We haven't.
Is that so? So you plan to march all the way onto Torrentia? Is that what it is? Torrentia. You're just gonna lay siege to 10,000 men?
No, we will not. But we will deal with the threat eventually. But it won't be done head on. That would be suicide.
Okay, he looks at the mass amount of men you've got. looks at his measly peasant lot. There's not much I can do to stop you anyway, but
I'm well aware.
ha, just
You're
You
a
don't-
passionate man. I see that. You want your country back. Is that right?
I just don't want my family to die for nothing.
Then let me help you.
Help me how?
Come with us.
And do
I
what?
need men. We'll head to the capital where you will receive training. Once that's done, we will return after we have dealt with a few other incursions, and we will retake your homeland as we retake Ranagland.
Can you roll persuasion?
I will make an attempt.
Yeah.
Recruit, I'll assist at -8 penalty.
Ching. Scared.
Okay, so he nods, looks at his men and speaks in a rather rough dialect that's hard to understand, and then eventually they nod, and he goes, friend, leans forward, goes to shake your hand, and says, the name is Svlod.
Pleasure to meet you, Slot. I'll grip his hands, shake it.
Yeah, and he goes, we got stuff to, of course, do, so we catch up abundantly.
If you think you're quick enough to catch us, yes. I
Well-
mean, we are relatively slow at the moment. We have a large group.
Yeah, we'll be roughly half day behind.
Okay. We'll need time at Bournemouth to secure ship passage anyway.
Me and my 7 sons will, of course, be there.
Good. Bring any others you wish. Any others that are willing to fight.
Yeah, oh, I will try. I will try.
I'll bid him farewell. Move on.
Okay, so as you pass towards that later the next day, you guys like make camp. There's no issues. The local area is actually like hunted and gathered basically by a lot of the Dwarga and the peasants. You head towards a fast-moving river that you see is cutting the countryside in two, and the river's quite wide. It's probably a good 200, 300 foot wide. It looks shallow, fast-moving. It might take the procession at least half a day to get across this.
I'm guessing you can't rustle us up a 200-foot bridge, man.
Well, you see, the thing is that'll probably take just about as long as getting us across without one.
I thought that might be the case. Unfortunate. Ottie, dear, you don't happen to know of any actual local crossings here, do you? You know the area better than I.
One moment, my love. I will just roll a nature check. Oh, hilarious. I have to
You
find
could all,
it first.
you could all borrow my gloves.
Well, she actually has some.
Did you say it's a ravine or a running water?
It's like a massive river. Picture the River Medway, but
All right.
but shallow.
I go and handstand across and into the river.
Oh, I need an acrobatics check from you, DC 10.
What? Okay.
Okay, so Ottie says there is a natural ford, but we will be heading north some.
How long out of our
Oh,
trip?
I can easily. I have 10.
Yeah.
My list.
She says-
Fail that wrong.
Half a day to the cave hills, probably.
I just quickly handstand in the middle of the river, and I'm like, "Hey, why don't we just use these one at a time, or something like that?" I don't know.
I don't suspect everyone is quite as proficient at handstands as you are.
Yeah. Well, that's worth it.
Yeah,
That's
a bunch of kids are cheering and like, yay!
But keep that up. It's good for morale.
Okay. Just say upside down.
Yeah, okay. So you are entertaining a bunch of children who are like kind of at the side. They were looked previously really bored, looking at the river, like how we'd cross this. Suddenly, there's a gnome handstanding in front of them. And they're all cracking up, laughing.
Handstanding. Try and do one flip.
Okay, so yeah. Ottie says, "What do we do?"
We'll take the northern path. It's similar amount of time, but it'll be safer for everyone. Plus, we have carts. What is happening now?
He's hashtag it.
Like that.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
But without the sofa.
That's taking roleplay to a new level.
Oh god, I can't keep that up forever.
So I heard next week Voidheart's going to be LARP rather than D&D.
Oh, that'll be special.
No, we had the dance off before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good. Okay, guys. Otzi says, "Well, we'll begin the movement then." And the order's given. You guys head north, and it's roughly about evening time, the second day of your journey. The procession stops.
Before we
Okay.
do, I'd like to also just send Nala again to verify Otti's suspected location is not full of enemies and things like this.
Can you get Nala to roll perception, please?
I don't have her stat block, but I think it's pretty much the same as mine, with advantage.
Vagor, how do you communicate with Nala then? Is it just via...
Oh, waiting for her to get back.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
assume it's too far, so.
Yeah, she returns within an hour.
Well, what did you see?
Can she speak? I'm not quite sure.
Well, no, that's telepathic.
You can talk
When she gets
telepathically.
back, yeah.
Yeah, she can talk telepathically back, yeah?
Yeah, that's telepathic bond, so she would just... She'll let me know what happened.
Okay, so I'm going to whisper you something, Vagor.
Okay.
Okay.
Evil schemes are all coming into play. Well, Lord Dolas, do you have a moment, please?
Of course, Vigor. What's up?
Can I come?
No.
And I'll take you somewhere where only like no one will be able to overhear us.
I wondered if anyone was going to do this, Vagor. I thought it was going to be an absolute surprise, but well played.
Well, you see, perhaps it's best we find some place to stay for a while. There's just two, maybe 3 score men. Is that right? Is the score 100? In all
Score is
jobs?
20.
Oh, well. About 20 score men coming our way.
That is
They seem to
problematic.
be riding pretty quickly, and there does seem to be a rider at their head.
That's not good.
How far away they live? Sorry.
Well, it's Vagor that has the information.
No, as in how far away are Dolaf and Vagor having this conversation?
I don't know. They can tell you.
Yeah, I don't know, 40, 50 feet away, just outside of earshot, basically.
Okay, so no eavesdropping on my part. That's a shame. Run for your lives!
Well, perhaps, and I look around, like, is there anything at all where it's possible to lay an ambush, like ahead of the camp? Because
Okay.
we obviously can't hide the whole procession, but maybe we can get ahead of the procession and lay an ambush.
We'll keep Naylor's perception check. She says there's a ravine and a forest up ahead. Says there's like a path that leads through it towards the river, and that you understand that that's quite a thin area.
So it will. I don't think we have much of a chance to. Well, perhaps we can win the fight with all these men, but surely the losses would be great. If
I
we
suspect so. I'd like to avoid it if possible.
move ahead with those most capable, take our best people, we can lay an ambush at the ravine up ahead.
Did you say there was a Red Rider heading them?
There seem to be, yes.
Did you see who?
I did not get much of a description from Nala.
Would you mind
She-
asking?
Well,
Sorry.
if it is someone I know, then I would have probably recognized her description. I
Right,
can ask her to go and check once more if you insist.
It would be useful if we can in the meantime, while we prepare. Yes, please.
Okay,
Very well.
secondary perception check.
Do I hear this going on?
I mean, it depends. Vagor, Dolaf, do you...
No, I took out the part too.
I'm getting a lot of background noise from Ali Aiden.
Oh, that's strange. Sorry, guys.
It sounds like rustling. It's...
Oh. I shall remain still.
Just mute, mate. It's very simple. Just mute.
It is simple, but it's also long.
Okay, so
Hang on.
Vagor, what did you say? Because I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, just that I would send her back over, and that we were probably standing off with somewhere with the two of us. That's it.
Okay, then she whispers you back this.
Yeah, so wait another half hour probably or something, because they'll probably be a bit closer by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll begin preparations in this time though while we're waiting.
Yeah. Huh. Though she says it is the one with the bow, but he looks different, more powerful.
Angai.
Yes,
Okay.
I assume so. This means
That's
we have a tough fight ahead of us, probably.
I suspect so.
I can see Chris's mind working.
But I don't know about this.
I am gonna go find Otti.
Okay, yeah. Otti's like dealing with some wounds. You see someone twisted his ankle hunting. She's like bandaging it up and healing it. Oh, yes, she stands up.
Dear, I need the orb, please.
Of course. Ugh! Plants it into your lap. Like, this thing's heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Angai,
Okay.
the Red Rider.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Lord Dolath, while you go about your business, do you want me to ask Mernan, his wife, to stay and defend the camp?
That's good. I was gonna use some of the guards, but Mern would be handy. Yes.
Okay, Dolaf.
Yes.
Clouded vision zooms in, roughly 12 miles northwest. You see men riding hard, dust kicking up behind their hoofs. At their head, zooms in. You see Angai, but different. He's now got this taller, more muscular look to him. Shadow trails behind his cloak continuously. You see wispy white tendrils attached to his cloak and his shoulders that seem to trail back 10, 12 feet. He himself rides a steed of skeletal nature with covered in this ethereal shadow. He has two short swords at his sides, now as well as a bow. And as you look closer, he has Sigmund's armour on and Sigmund's sword also strapped to the saddle.
Okay.
Bugger.
Vagor, a moment before you go.
Yes, what is it?
I just feel I want to. If we could use this information, try and plot where they're going alongside the information that Naylor knows from when she flew that way. I want to try and get the procession as far out of their way as we can while we lay this ambush. Perhaps if you could communicate between me and Naylor?
Yes. What exactly do you want me to say?
She knows the lay of the land ahead of them, I assume, from her flight.
Yes, perhaps she would need to do another flyover to look for it carefully.
Quite possibly, yes. I just need a rough idea so I can get their heading and we can send the procession further away.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yep. Naylor comes back and she's got a lay of the land. He says there's a road that they're following which would lead slightly behind your procession.
Okay.
Maybe.
So basically, the gist of it is we want to use the scrying knowledge, Naylor's knowledge, to get the procession out the way, and our ambush in the best position, most favourable position for us.
Yeah.
Well, that's all good and well, but perhaps we're taking too much time. It seems the Red Rider has taken a different path. She's no longer see him.
That is problematic. Okay, then the procession marches as quick as possible. And I'll order someone to get them moving. And yeah, Mern's good.
Yeah,
Mern leading the
Mern's
procession.
got this booming voice, this dwarfish booming voice that makes everyone jump and listen as soon as he begins shouting. You see Nomira slightly swoon as he begins bellowing out to show everyone to go in different directions. Tumble and Arlie, I'll start with Tumble. What are you doing while they're organising this and
Well, I just heard. That's the
Yeah.
first I've heard of it, actually, when Mern's like shouting.
Mhm.
So I'd run up to him and then ask what's happening, really.
We need
But,
to get everything ready to prepare an ambush. Get your things.
ambush. What?
Yes.
What's coming?
Riders are coming towards us. Fast. They'll be here.
Red Riders?
20 minutes, maybe 30. One red rider at least. It's disappears from the group that's charging us. Quick, man! There's no time. Get ready.
Alright, which rider is it?
And I think at this point, like probably Vagr's gone and done his own thing.
Okay.
I mean, Dolas should be there, but he's
Alright,
And-
okay.
He's kind of trying to organise the Duaga, the guards, the militia.
Yeah, I want to know.
Just, like panic about the field and just tumbles like confused Travolta.
Yeah. What's the lay of the land like? Is it mountainous? Is it...
Very flat and foresty, like odd bits of spruce.
Not what I wanted to hear.
No, I know.
Oh, shit.
Are we still north of the river?
Yeah,
at this point?
you see just below those green hills, you're just below there. So if you headed
Yeah.
north another day, you'd end up in those hills.
Are the riders on the north side as well?
They're on the south side, same with you. So
What you just said we was on the north side.
yeah, this side here. Sorry, you're like
Alright, are we on the north side?
yes. You haven't
Are
crossed.
they
yet.
on the north? Are they on the north
Yeah,
side?
they're here.
Okay, then yes, the main priority is get the procession to the south side.
Okay, so immediately, the crossing of the river begins, and you see that people are like wading through like chest high water, and you see all of the Duaga, as good as they are actually damming parts of the river, so it slows down the movement of it. So people are like heading through below the dam, and they're building shelters. Some of them built rafts because some of these dwarfs are too small. It goes over their head and they can't swim. They're heavy. They're just floating on blocks of wood until they get to the other side. And it's kind of like a full-on procession. But I'm going to give you guys an hour to do stuff. So, like, we haven't heard anything from Arlie Aiden. So you notice that Ileana's stuck by Arlie Aiden continuously all the way through this. She's just following him around.
Now, my dear, the trick to big operations like this is keeping morale high among the men. Look at these. And I'll show her like a hand of like a wad full of kind of like scrolls. This is what I like to call interesting word paper. So you read it, and you can cast things that you wouldn't normally be able to cast. I think this one is known as some form of, I don't know, sparky light boom. Now, in order to show our people around here some morale, let's give them a display they'll never forget.
Are you sure? We're not going to scare anyone?
Oh, I don't think so, seeing as they're all bright colours and quite loud. So everyone would be spurred on and, inspired to move faster.
Oh, okay. Yes, what does it do then?
Oh, let's check it. And I will cast several magic missiles into the sky.
Oh my god. He goes, oh, pew, 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 pew. And she goes, wow. And everyone goes, oh, it's just Arlie Aiden. One of the guards just goes, holy crap, thought we were under attack. Oh.
I mean, you just sent off a flare. We're trying to do an ambush.
No, not a flare, a light display for our men.
I look around, I go, does anyone feel inspired? I don't think
I imagine that was the actual reaction as well, just utter
Just utter silence.
Yeah.
Inspired for homicide, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that moment, however, I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Amazing.
No.
now I fail. Or fail. Now I do badly, of course. It's because
Oh,
now,
dear.
now it's just much better.
I can't even. Please tell me that I get the highest perception.
Tied.
Okay, so suddenly everyone just hears a female shrill scream. A full-on ah! And then bawling and crying, and it's further down the procession. Everyone's
Damn it.
Okay,
Look.
yeah, okay, as you look, everyone's crowding round, and then some people are screaming, they're like, get over the river! And you see a couple of people already jumping in, some of them are being washed downstream immediately as chaos begins to erupt. But some people have brought up wooden shields, and are lifting it above their head for some reason. You can't quite tell what's gone on, because there's too many people crowding this woman screaming.
God damn it.
Anger.
Arrows?
Anytime.
I can move through them with being a small creature. I can get through their spaces.
Yeah, so Tumble would be the first one there.
I'll sprint as well.
Laying on the ground is someone you recognise. He has a black arrow for his right eye, protruding out the back of his skull. The guy is the guy that fed you, had about 8 children, and is the alderman, Samuel, on the floor, dead.
What's going on, Tumble?
How long has he been dead?
His
How long has he
wife
been
is just
dead?
crying. The guard next to you lifts up his wooden shield and goes, it came out of nowhere. It just landed straight in his head. And then
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'll pull out the Ring of Spell Story and cast Revivify.
Okay, so you go to take the arrow out, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yank it out.
I would like to, at this point, use my elemental gem to summon the water elemental.
Yep. Okay.
And I just want to have the water elemental help people across by just
Yeah. You go as you go.
making the river flow sideways at that part.
Uh-huh. So
Wait, does the arrow look shadowy?
Oh yeah, and then you hear.
Oh shit, we're pulling that out with something else then. I'm not touching it.
Okay, so just as you go to
I've
touch
seen
it,
what the void
Tumble,
does to things.
Dolaf, you arrive just at this moment. There's a guard next to you. Immediately, Foxfire stands next to you, and he looks around, and then he goes, formations! And suddenly, Dolaf, you're surrounded by elf guards with tower shields. Suddenly,
Yeah.
all just dunk, 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 dunk. You can't move.
Forget the formations, get my horse.
No, and he turns around, leaving a brief moment of like no defense, and then suddenly he goes clap, and just falls down dead as an arrow protrudes from his chest. And that's when the other guards go no, and they just immediately chuck you to the ground and begin guarding you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Man, we need another Revivify over here.
Well, he's there now.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, are we... This isn't a new day.
I needed to roll that, so we got. I know what he got. Oh yeah.
Bugger.
We're not at full HP, are we?
Oh, you are. You would have had a long rest.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on like the second day of travel now.
Okay.
So who am I missing? I'm missing Tumble. Did you roll?
He did.
Yeah.
Roll 20.
Just add it, and then I'll add it in.
I can't...
Just click on your token.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Okay, one moment.
It's an old token, I think.
I did it.
Oh, I took about the button. My bad. Alright, anyway, so, yeah. 20.
Okay, so we begin with Tumble. Tumble, you suddenly see around you, just looking around, you can't see anything, it's a countryside.
Is it the trees though, right?
Oh yeah, tons of them. Loads.
Okay, can I tell which direction the arrows are coming from and just
You
quickly
can make
tell people to cover?
you can make a go for a perception check.
Okay.
This would be your action, by the way.
Well, I mean,
I did
Two
actually.
people-
I make you roll perception to see where it came from beforehand.
did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
so you have to take another action to try and.
Did anyone actually pick? Did anyone
No.
know that? They didn't. Okay. Yeah, I better find out then. Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I use some second story work first here? And I'm gonna quickly use my movement to climb up a tree, get a high vantage point, and then have a look around and see if I can see anything.
Okay.
16.
16. Okay. One moment. Let me roll again. I'm rolling against his. You know
Stealth.
what? Yeah. He's actually gonna... Oh my god! You cannot see him whatsoever.
Okay.
You can rewatch what I just rolled at some point. Yeah, you're just looking around like, and you just cannot see him at all.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna use the bonus action and hide up in the tree.
Okay.
Just try and stay hidden. 25. There you go.
Oh, the turn order disappeared for us now because you changed.
Yeah, different page.
Sorry, I'll sort that out later. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I was trying to set stuff up in the background while we were fighting. Okay, so Tumble, is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, so Ali Aiden.
I'm guessing I can't see a thing either, can I?
You can take a perception check.
To look. To look, to look, to look, to look, to look, to look, da da da.
Okay, so you just as much as you try to peer around, you are unable to see where he's hiding.
What is all the fuss about, honestly? You will jump at shadows, you people.
You see beside you, because Ileana got around 20 as well. She's helping people into the river.
I've got a good idea. Let's get these people across the river, and then when the forces arrive, the enemy, we can shout, "Guess who's on the wrong side of the river?"
Is there anything else you would like to do? No, Nathan.
That's it.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Fuck. At that time, dunk, you see an arrow fall short in the ground besides Vagel, just literally about 2 or 3 foot from your foot, misses, and then the next one, dink, straight into the back of Ali Aiden for 26 piercing damage.
Well, fuck.
Then you all hear like that sucking sound that you've been of the shadow stride that Red Riders use. So you can hear it echo down through the hills. So he's obviously using it to change position.
Oh, there's an enemy in the woods. Stop pissing about and go after him.
Okay, so Vagel.
Okay, did I notice this as well?
Yeah, you all heard it. Like, it was very obviously loud. And
Alright. And what sort of distance does it seem to be at from us?
that's distance. You can't quite tell. Echoes everywhere.
50, 200.
Could be more, because it sounded quite far away.
Great.
Okay. Well, just because we're being attacked by forces we can't see, I'm just going to cast all this.
Okay.
And just cast it like near me and Olaf.
Okay, yep.
And then just try and, as much as my large frame doesn't allow me, but take cover behind like the wall of shields.
Okay, yep.
I'm like, I know I'm on the outside, but still.
Okay, so Dolaf, just so you know, currently all of the guards have used the dodge action around you with their tower shields up. You have full cover. Well, if he does go to attack you and he rolls high, one of your guards will die. But anything else from you, Vagel?
Nope, that's it.
Then we go over to Dolaf, finally.
Oh no, she'll be right back.
Ugh! Get off me! Kimmel, my horse, now that is an order. The rest of you, there are more important people to protect. Get to the river.
Yes, sir. And you see beside you Oswald's like, but my lord, no. We need to protect you. If he doesn't kill us...
There's a lady of the house that needs protecting as well.
Your father will. Okay. It is easier look in your eye. And he goes, yes. I immediately... It's actually the guard's actions next, so he'll bring your horse at the start.
Yeah, it's fine. And then, if I can, I'll make my own attempt at spotting.
Yep, go ahead.
Stop standing around me! I can't see anything!
Get down, Mr. President!
It's fucking Mr. President. I'm
Okay,
done.
yeah, okay, so, that's when Dolaf, you push your guards out of the way. Get my horse! And poof! that, you take 17 piercing damage as an arrow strikes between your ribs.
Lovely jubbly.
Back to the top of the round. Tumble.
Yeah.
You can tell what he's trying to do, can't you?
Kill us?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Right.
You can try and spot him again if you wish.
Nah, no good. I'll just attack with disadvantage. Just fire into the air at disadvantage, yeah? Just, do I need to see him?
Kind of need to know where he is.
Yeah, that's great. There's a loads of woods around still, isn't there?
Like I said, it's sparse woods, as in it's not like close, but there are the tree like a couple of like maybe 10, 20 feet from each other all the way.
Okay. Right. I need to hold my action, and I need to wait until I can hear that sucking noise, because I mean, we've seen it before. Do I know if this is some sort of spell he keeps casting? Is it some sort of spell that he's concentrating on?
The way you can see it is just arrows. No.
Didn't we hear something earlier?
Oh yeah, you've seen it. It's the Shadow Stride ability. It's what they use to move.
Got that. But is it a constant ability? Is he just casting it like 3 times a turn, or is he? Can I know if he's concentrating on it?
By watching Sigmund and watching Angai fight when you've actually fought them before, you know that it's on a short recharge, not long. So they can use it pretty often. That's how they get from one area to the next within minutes.
Is there something I can dispel with dispel magic?
You don't think so? You're not proficient in knowing about Red Rider's magic currently.
Okay. Guess then. Who's got high perception in the group?
The silence.
No one's proficient in perception.
I am.
You are? Okay.
I'm shite.
Right, I'm going to use the aid action for helping spot the target.
Okay.
Just so you know, I didn't say I was good, I just said I was proficient.
That's better than nothing. I have 0.
Okay, so Tumble, as you are like trying to help looking around, an arrow goes dong!
I'm still hidden, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Did I get hit?
No, it missed. I fucking rolled terrible.
It just went into the tree, right?
Yeah, dong! Yeah, and then you follow
excellent.
the direction to southeast.
Southeast, okay. I'm going to quickly jump down from my little hidey hole and try to use the bonus action to hide again behind a tree trunk.
Yep.
A different one. Got 19 this time.
Yeah, okay.
I got 25 the time before. I was like, what the fuck? Right. That's it.
Arlie Aiden.
Okay. I'll start wading towards the tree line.
Okay, cool.
Across the river, my love. I will eviscerate him with light and flame.
Make sure you use the oil or the arrows. She leans in and goes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he's actually about 150 feet southeast of Tumble, behind a felled tree, and you see his cloak, you see his wispiness appear. He's actually about to shoot an arrow towards the group now. He's just come up and is about to fire, but he's camouflaged by the bank behind him. If you were looking at him exactly at a different angle, he would just look like the muddy bank.
Yonder! I'll point and yell as loud as I can.
You can all see him now. Yeah, that's all I was waiting for.
Does anyone offhand know the range of Scorching Ray?
I'm afraid that you used your action to spot him.
Oh, did I? Okay.
If you have a bonus action spell, then you can use that.
I can.
Have you got quicken spell, haven't you?
I do, yeah, I can use that.
You could
To answer
fire
your
a
question,
cantrip.
it's 120 feet.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. No, you could fire anything right now.
So if I just spend the points on Quicken Spell.
Yep.
Yeah, you can cast anything you like.
Okay, I just need to double check on what is actually in range because I'm not 100% sure.
Well, he said he was 150 feet away, so if you move your 30 feet, and then you're in range.
Oh, sick.
Yep.
So I shall.
Yeah, okay, so you dash forward.
Bish, bash, bosh. Oh, I don't know why all like with 4 appeared. I already pressed it 3 times.
Can you roll the damage once?
I will use. Yes. If I use Tides of Chaos on any of them, I'm guessing I still won't hit. Fuck's sake.
Wait, no, you. Yeah, no, you're fine. You don't. No point using Tides of Chaos.
Yeah.
Why? Because you can see what he's already rolled. Shouldn't he just roll again?
I guess.
What? I
Tides
roll
of Chaos
again?
just gives you advantage. I think you're supposed to say, I want advantage.
Yeah,
on
you
this
went to
roll.
say-
No, I can choose afterwards. You guys told me that last session.
You can choose afterwards with Tides of Chaos. That's a specific feature. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to use it on any of them, you can roll another d20,
Ah, okay.
or just click Scorching Ray again, and we'll take the first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
So-
If you
That's
want
one.
to, that is.
Yeah, fuck it. Wild Magic Surge. Just go crazy up in this.
Okay, you still missed, but
It's fine. Let's
Yeah.
get the nearest star to explode on him. Let's do it.
okay. It's the next time you cast a first or above level spell. So
Yeah.
remember that. Okay, so Unguy, that's when you can all see him now. There's a faint explosion in the distance as it hits him in the shoulder. He loses his bow momentarily, and then you see him all turn into a wisp of smoke, and then he reappears right in front of the entire group, short swords in hand. He has a different look, and I will show you. He has a different look about him now. He looks very but like he's got new armor. Like he's just.
Yeah, no.
Let's just say he looks like he's been upgraded, and then he stops and begins to speak as he says, "I have to thank you all for weakening Sigmund and granting me his soul. Never have I been able," and as he does, you see him go slightly ethereal, "to kill him. But now, with your help, I've liberated his soul from his body." He brings the sword, spins them slightly, and you see that they trailing necrotic energy. He goes, "Let's try out these new abilities." We'll switch to a different map now because you're actually close up.
Guy.
I wish. Can you guys still see the initiative track? Yeah.
No, it's on a different
You have
page.
to redo it.
Oh man.
Plus, I don't see any tokens either.
Yeah, I know.
If you just flick us back to the other one, we can check our initiative and then redo it on this one.
Yeah, just retype it.
Just flick us back quick.
You want us to drag our tokens down?
Yeah, I will
Yeah,
do.
got that.
I will do.
Diente.
Hey.
I've got mine.
Vego, you can. I'll move yourself. Yeah, 2 tumbles now. Okay, I'll delete at the same time.
Unlike anger, it's like poof, poof, poof.
Puddles, let's put you down.
Thank
Okay,
you, sire.
well, you guys would be at the bottom right, basically, near here. The river is about 20 feet to your right. I just didn't actually manage to find a map with it in. Okay,
I
so
was behind a tree.
Tumble, there's 2 20s on Tumble, so I'm assuming you rolled a 20 again.
No, I had 20 the first time.
We've just retyped for the same initiative. That's why I wanted to go back to the last page.
Oh, yeah, I know, there's just that there's different.
And I've just been deleted for some reason.
Yeah, because there was, like, you say that you wrote the same thing, but you were different numbers, so that's why I was trying to get confused.
What?
Yeah, like, some of you've got different numbers. Like
Vago's got a different one, yeah.
Yeah, well, he did, but that's why I was.
Why are you deleting them?
Because there's doubles of everything. You can't see it, but there is doubles of.
You're deleting our ones, like the ones that we can see.
Well, I don't know that, so can I just delete everyone and then we'll do it again?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't see it. I can't tell which one's which, so it's difficult.
It's fine. We got it.
God damn, roll 20.
We have no music, FYI.
Mm-hmm. I know.
But my immersion's breaking.
We're about to get it, don't worry. There you go. Okay, so we're missing Arlie Aiden, as always.
You weren't missing me, but I thought I had time to go for a whiz because I did find plenty of time. But now I'll come back and do it in a second.
Okay.
We need Anger as well, remember?
Yeah. He is there.
No.
Of course, yes, I know what's happened there. He wasn't that high, don't worry. Tumble, are you still in the tree?
Yeah, I'm behind a tree.
You would be more up here.
Ah, okay.
You were in kind of this tree.
Is that just a shrub or something?
Yeah. No, that's a huge tree. You were in that.
Okay. Alright.
Still waiting on Leoden. There you go. He actually had a 20, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we can begin combat. Let's move. Arlie had moved 30 feet ahead, so...
I thought we were at the bottom.
Yeah, you are. That's what I'm just trying to work out. Arlie had moved 30
Alright.
feet ahead, so he's more like there. And he's in the middle of the path.
I'm exactly 120 feet away.
No, he bamped forward
Fez.
to speak to you. He looks like I said, he looks different. And Tumble, of course, after hearing what he said, you realise what you saw in the distance was probably Sigmund dying.
Holy shit, that's what it was. Oh my god.
Can we have the contingent of elven guards on any sort?
Yeah, if they're actually fighting, Rocket said they were going to go get the horse and help people across the river.
Right, okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, do you want the contingent of guards ready to fight? You can order them next round if you wish, but...
I'll order them as
Yep. Okay, so...
I believe we should. So, I don't know. We'll
Okay,
see
so-
how it goes.
Arlie Aiden had just taken his turn. Tumble.
Okay. I'm still hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like he's just kind of gone past me to the others? So
Yeah,
he
yeah, totally. Like, blanked you.
Okay. Doesn't perhaps notice me from here. In that case, I will try and shoot him with my short bow
Okay, yeah.
for a sneak attack.
And you do have recollection that he's already shot at you in that position.
I that's why I moved down from the tree. I jumped down from a tree and then went behind another tree trunk, and then made that new hide check.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'm going to try and shoot him. Is this with advantage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Didn't click. There we go.
Okay, if he didn't know where you were before, he does now. The arrow tinks off of his new breastplate. Ting!
Well, I'm
It's-
going 5, 10. I'm going to try and get behind another tree and then use my bonus action to hide again.
Okay, so Ungai, kind of like Angai, tries to step forward with his short sword, looks to his left. Looks to his left, and he sees the river, and he sees Ileana. And he kind of goes, "What the fuck?" And then is stunned for his action as he sees her. He's just completely confused. It takes a whole turn for his mind to go tick, 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 tick. And he goes, "You found the real one!" Ah! And Vegor, it's your turn.
Hmm.
Okay. Let me put my.
He has that effect on everyone.
Did that not work? Oh, that's never mind. I'm just gonna put this up, but it's actually the totem of stars that I summoned before.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, the star totem.
Yeah, I mean it's the one that gives invisibility. Blah blah. Just move this over
Stops
here.
the spoopies.
Yeah, now going invisible while it's within 50 feet or so.
Yep.
And I will try and sort of move quietly through the bushes and get over here.
Mm-hmm.
But I trip over a stick, so I take that action.
You don't trip over a stick. You're more like kind of like crunch on it, and his face is
that's what I mean. And then I'll just take defensive posture and take the dodge action.
Okay, cool.
You're a heavy furball.
Dolaf, sir.
Mount the horse, which I hope has been brought to me.
Yeah, it's a fight, but as Volder's brought it straight over, and he sees Anguy, and he's like, "What the, sir?" Brings the
Mounted combat.
Wait here. We may need the other guards.
Okay. Does that mean you want him to fight? Yeah.
No, I asked him to wait. I'll point to the bushes south of Vagor just so I can signal him if necessary.
Okay.
And I'll draw my bow with a leather-capped arrow, which I shall remove. That's my white horse. What the shit?
Looked like a really stubby horse.
Yeah.
It's a sheep! I've got a sheep horse.
There you go.
Thanks. Doesn't look like much of a stallion.
I know, but that's the only horse
Can you move it so it's under me? Thank you.
He's on him. He's right. The horse is riding Dola. Put him to the back.
I will do. Give it
Anyway, let's shoot with this new
Get off
arrow.
my face. There we go.
Oh, disgusting.
Is this with the arrow?
Yeah.
Okay, you do double damage.
Ah, lovely.
Okay, so as you fire the arrow, it begins to glow white at the end. Suddenly there's a spike that nearly blinds you, and as you let go, it hits Anguy. Sparks like the power of a sun. Starlight bursts out the wound, and Anguy just goes,
Shit, son.
I will draw another one of those.
Yeah, they seem to work.
Aim for the kill shot. Oh my god, that's going to be filthy.
Oh
Holy shit.
no!
So, the 22 plus 3 is doubled.
62 damage. Oh, what?
The lightning isn't doubled, no.
Okay, fair enough. Then it's 56.
Holy shit, you have hurt him. Okay, so he does.
Hold on, because it's a crit and I can do this, I'm gonna put a grasping arrow on him,
Yeah.
which also gets
Shit. Hmm.
That's a lucky crit right there.
He
Alpha
is.
strike.
Okay, so what are you doing? Oh, you put a grasping arrow on that one, yeah?
I put the grasping arrow on it, yeah.
Oh god, you rolled 2 6s on this. Grasping arrow too.
Yeah. And then the 4 extra for crit.
Mm-hmm.
Do I not? Do I not? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
This guy needs to go down. Action surge.
Okay.
Another arrow.
Are you using... Remember, you've only got 5 of these arrows.
Yeah, and I've used 2 and I'm about to use a third.
Okay.
He doesn't give a fuck. Man, how much damage did you do just in one shot?
Let's say he's
50.
below 50% health now.
You did 60 something. That's crazy.
56,
Kid
68, 72 damage. What am I rolling here? God damn it.
Ching! He just knocks it out of the way. That last arrow, however, he is blown a hole clean through his shoulder. You can actually see through it.
4th arrow.
Oh, you literally hit him on that. That's exact amount. So that's 14, yeah? 14 plus 1.
15.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that arrow just chinks into him, lights up, sparks in his face. He cuts the free and he goes, "Where did you get such things?" And he uses at the end of your turn. I'm assuming that's the end of your turn.
That is. No, it's not. I'm gonna second wind as well.
Okay. He uses a legendary action. Bamps next to you.
Oh, come on, of course he would.
Arlie Aiden.
Fucking fry this bitch. Tasteful.
That's actually a
Hey,
really
that's
good
a
lightning
really
bolt.
Good roll. Jeez, fucking.
Yeah, it's
Holy
fucking sick.
moly! That's the
Holy crap! That's 5
That's a-
sixes.
best lightning bolt I've ever
Holy
seen.
shit!
Oh my god, dude. Well
Well,
played.
I am stood next to the lightning totem, so I drew from that.
The start
Oh my
time.
god, and he failed his saving throw. Fuck's sake.
Amazing. I can't roll wild magic though. The thing doesn't
You know,
work.
I'm going to click it for you so that
Oh,
it
sick.
whispers me.
Fuck's sake.
Oh my god, can you roll 5d4s?
I can.
Holy shit, how much damage did you just do? As you cast Lightning Bolt, a 3rd level magic missile spell just bursts out behind it and attacks him also.
Whoa.
Ah!
The magic surge.
Yeah?
That's not another 14 damage.
Oh my god, he's like on his knees. And then he uses...
Love it.
Fuck's sake, you've nuked him. He stands up, uses one of his legendary actions to attack Dolaf. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Hopefully. Oh dear.
Okay, so he brings the short sword up your body, cuts across your face, brings it out, and suddenly the taint poison seeps into you. You take 12 plus 28, so 40 damage. 12 of it is slashing, the rest is poison.
Ow.
That's fucking
My
disgusting.
face.
And then suddenly you see Angai's shredded body begin to slowly repair. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Harley Aiden, after just doing that powerful Kamehameha?
I'll just blow the smoke from my fingertips. Quite happy.
Fair enough. Tumble, sir.
Okay, 5. I need to get into a better position. Can I see him from here?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
you can see him clearly, yeah.
Alright, cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, alright then. I will load one of the +2 arrows I have.
Okay. Yeah.
And can I actually bonus action to hide real quick here? Or shall I get somewhere where I can... Shall I go down?
I mean, it's not going to matter. You've got Harley Aiden next to him.
No,
Harley Aiden, Dolaf.
I'm just trying to get an attack with advantage, so not for necessarily for the crit, not necessarily for the for the sneak attack, but for the advantage.
Okay.
Can I try and hide like behind a tree trunk
You
and
may
then
try.
fire?
Yeah, you may try.
Okay, cool. Bonus action, stealth.
Oh my god. Fuck you, Angai. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, what, to spot me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool. All right. Then
Oh my
under
god. It was a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Then under my breath, I'll draw this +2 arrow and say, "This one is for Urki," and fire.
Think.
It is 24 to hit. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Oh wait, 25 actually.
Yeah, it hits.
Bam. So it does 7 plus 2, so 9 points of magical damage,
Yep.
and then I'll add the sneak attack.
Is that 24?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the arrow hits him in the back of the neck, and he goes, lurches forward, turns around, and is that the end of your go, Tumble?
It is, yeah.
Okay, so then he uses his last legendary action to cast Psychic... Oh, no, it's not called Psychic Reef. It's called Soul Reef on you.
On me.
Yeah, can you make a Wisdom saving throw, please?
I can. It's a magical effect, I'm guessing.
Yes, it is.
Okay, in that case, I do have Gnome Cunning, which gives me advantage on it.
Okay.
So it's 15.
Did you roll what? Did you roll 15?
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
I'm afraid that's not enough. But suddenly, he turns, boom! This wave of psychic energy exits Angai's palm. You saw it before. You saw the same thing that had struck.
I did see what this did to him,
Yeah,
yeah.
but this seems to be not as powerful. The way that it blew Arlie Aiden basically to bits. This one hits you. Suddenly your vision goes dark. Everyone sees his eyes go white. You take 23 psychic damage. And you are considered blind for a minute. Until you can make a saving throw at the end of every turn.
Ow.
Yeah, suddenly you're poof. Feels like you've just been hit with like a 10-foot by 10-foot fist. And then suddenly you fall to your knees, cough. And when you stand up, everything is blurry. Well.
Rip.
He does indeed use one short sword attack against Dolaf.
Boo.
He gets a 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Does it matter?
Well, at least, yeah, because at least he doesn't heal now. As he strikes you, the taint doesn't settle in, but you do indeed take 12 slashing damage.
12, really? That's exactly.
I mean, yes, that is exactly what I rolled. Okay. After you go down, yep.
Damn.
He moves to Arliaden and slices at him.
No.
Ouch.
Can you make a con save?
I can indeed. Bear me a sec.
That is fine.
Oh, yeah.
Detection, you pass as well, so you just take 10 slashing damage as he cuts across your chest.
I guess that's also enough.
No, it's perfectly not. It would have been if it was double, it would have been exactly enough.
Well, thank God you passed that con save.
Yeah.
Vagor, it's your turn.
Yeah, I will hex him. Oh, sorry. I will hex him.
Mm-hmm.
And ability checks perception.
Mhm.
Wisdom, sorry, so that tumble's going to be easier to spot, so I have disadvantage on his perception checks.
Yep.
And then I'll go stabby stabby. Is an 18 a hit?
How would you like to kill Ango?
Well, I guess as he's busy slashing at at Erladen, I just walk up to him quietly from outside of the bush,
Mhm.
like kneel down a little bit, find the hole in his shoulder, and just stick the spear in so that it like goes in the body and then out through the shoulder at the top,
Yeah.
maybe through his head as well.
Oh my God. Yeah, nice. As you do finish him off, he drops down to his knees, and then eventually, as the spear's holding and you're like holding it, he just grabs hold of it. He goes, "You'll need more than that to finish me." He's on 0. He's incapacitated but not dead. So you do indeed keep him there.
And then, as a reaction, my totem will attack him.
Okay.
Dunk on the head.
It just
17.
misses. Yeah, just slams down to hit him, and he's just thrashing about. He's dropped his short swords, by the way, and he's just trying to get this spear off of him. And in the back of your head, Bagel, you hear the spear say, "Remember, sacrifice something." Okay, so
And
Dolaf.
then,
Oh no,
then,
still Bagel.
then on the totem's turn, it will try and attack again.
Day of the
so
crits.
just-
Dump out.
Falls over on him.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so yeah, you notice that this has hurt him, and he's given this slight flicker of light, of darkness. Lightning's beginning to appear on his shoulder pads. Dolaf, can you make a death saving throw?
I will do, yes. Oh, they're public for some reason. Why is that? Can we change it on
This
these
sheet
sheets?
doesn't. No, this sheet doesn't have the option.
Okay, I'll have to manually change it each time.
You can just GR 1d20.
Yeah,
Yep.
true.
Arliaden, it's your turn, my friend.
Is he still up and going?
He's downed. He's not taking any actions, but he's not dead. No, it obviously needs something more to finish a Red Rider.
I have always wanted a weasel.
What the?
What?
Are you casting
Oh my
that on him?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Well, I guess he can make the save, but I'm going to give him disadvantage because he's incapacitated, I guess. I mean, he's out.
We'll have a nice little font of Weasley information.
What is the saving throw?
Technically, does the creature have 1 hit point? Just for
Good point.
curious.
I don't know if you can make a creature that's... I don't know.
Because the transformation lasts for duration or until the target drops to 0, which he's already at, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Try again, Todd.
Try again.
Sorry, I just wanted to know how you would rule on the spell. Because
I mean, to be fair, I would let it happen and say he just goes to 1 hit point. Like,
yeah, sure.
We don't want to
Maybe
heal
Maybe
him.
we don't want that. Yeah.
Well, if it gives technically, like polymorphs are like temporary HP, right?
Yeah.
So the new form would be alive and well, but he would still be unconscious if he goes down to 0 in that form. So he would be up, but he would be up as a weasel, not being able to do much as a weasel.
Well, run. Yes.
Right. Well, we could capture him when he couldn't. Like, I like the idea. I like
That was
he
that was
can't-
my madness train of thought. He can't now soul out. We've got a little
Yeah.
trapped weasel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do it. Weasel up.
Yeah, weasel him.
I mean, if he does have 1 hit point when he gets popped, it's fine, because I'm sure we'll do more than 1 if we do attack a weasel.
Okay, so Aliaden, somehow, as you go to touch him, the polymorph turns him into a weasel at first. He kind of slumps to the ground as this black-furred weasel, and as he looks up, purple lightning begins to strike out of him, and then and suddenly he disappears, and this tiny little black spot appears, which begins to spread out and 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 continue to go. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, Aliaden?
I can indeed, my good friend.
Actually, I need that from Vagor.
Vagor as well.
Yeah, I just realised. Yep.
Nope.
Tumble. You
Shit.
notice that Vagor and Aliaden have disappeared. Oh shit! Sorry about that. I'll add you again. That wasn't meant to happen.
This is what you get for weaseling a guy.
Is this the same thing I saw in the kitchen?
Yep.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna rush forward.
It's growing. It's now 2 by 2 squares.
Oh god. Is it? I remember last time it just exploded into a massive crater, and there's Dolap over there, unconscious on his horse.
Yep.
Can I shoot a warning shot at his horse to try and make it flee?
You can.
I don't know what I can do to try and... Is he still on his horse, or has he fallen off?
He's fallen off.
Has he?
What do you mean I've fallen
No,
off?
no.
Quick train to a
Yeah,
horse,
sorry.
come on.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to draw stuff and talk. Yeah, but he has not fallen off. What's happened is he's slumped in the saddle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I might just try and scare this horse away. Can I shoo him? I don't have great animal handling, but is there some way I can like go away? Throw a rock at him or something.
Yeah,
I
you
got,
can roll animal handling. Yeah.
got a bit of chalk. Just that at him. I know it's a war horse. It's probably
think it's a fly.
it's really not going to run away, but I'm going to try and tell the horse to flee. Yeah, that's 1.
Yeah, you
I'll
throw the rock and the horse just kind of bolts slightly towards the sphere.
Yeah, that's not good. Good God, the sphere, is it getting bigger and bigger?
Oh yeah, it's now double the size of that.
Great.
Oh, the rock wakes Stoleth up.
Holy shit, yeah. Holy crap, well played.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Yeah, Tumble, your chalk actually hits Dolap on the head and he shoots away.
What happened? Did we roll a 20?
Yeah.
Bit of chalk, never fails.
Um,
Get
I'll,
out of there!
I'm going to charge the horse towards Tumble.
Mm-hmm. Well, which direction?
To Tumble?
Yeah, okay.
I can't move the horse, but I'll just move myself. I mean,
Yep, it can make it.
I'll just extend my hand down to try and grab Tumble up onto the back of the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll grab the saddle, swing myself up onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the horse will take the dash action, or I'll take the dash action, however that works on mounted combat. And then
One
move.
moment. You can move another 60 feet.
Yeah. And I'll go 60 feet into the woods, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Like, it's off the map somewhere, just over there.
Okay, behind you, just at that moment, the circle doubles. It's now...
1 second. Just to make sure, I'll double check that Kimmel's not sitting in the bush like a melon head, just staring at this black orb approaching him.
You can't see Kimmel. He's disappeared.
I need to can I try something? Is this my go?
Well, let me just tell you what's happening. This orb is now spreading through the woods. It's growing larger and larger and larger as you guys are rushing towards the river, and it seems to be heading towards the river.
Okay. I'm going to try using the Ring of Spell Storing to cast Dispel Magic. It's 120 foot away, so we're keeping our distance, and I'll look behind me, point my finger at the massive, growing sphere, and pray.
Can you roll a caster check?
Yeah. DC 10 plus the spell's level. Okay, so...
Well, so it's you plus your, Dispel Magic would be Intelligence? Or no, Wisdom, because it was cast by Cleric, right?
It's using my spellcasting ability.
Yeah, which you don't have, is it? So
if it was cast, I don't know.
It's
if it was
cast by Cleric, so
it would use Mern's spellcasting ability, I would have thought.
Oh, right.
So it would be Mern's spellcasting.
Yeah, go for it. Which is like his wisdom
plus 2.
Alright, so I'll just roll I'll roll a 20 with a +2 or something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Ah, that's great. That works.
So, Tumble, you go and fire, and it just this orb just absorbs it, and then just doubles and keeps feeding off of the nearby trees, growing larger and larger and larger and larger.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep galloping. We're out of there.
Okay.
That didn't work.
Dolaf, can you make an animal handling check while we're going with advantage?
I can.
Nice. You managed to keep the horse from basically going fuck this and just trying to run in a random direction. You're riding where?
Towards the river.
Okay, so you notice that the orb... actually, can you both make intelligence checks?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so you both know that the orb is following you.
It's actually moving.
Oh, like the whole orb.
Yeah, like, it looks like it's getting bigger, but you realise that it's probably about 100 foot in diameter and it's just not stopping chasing you.
Okay. Tumble, you better get off here. Get them over.
What?
And I'll push Tumble off.
What the hell?
Would you like to try and stay on Tumble?
Are we going over the river, or is he pushing
You
me
see
off?
that all the civilians are about halfway through the river, and that this orb would carry on going that way if you kept...
Okay, so if I hopped off now, it's going to go past me and then to the river.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to go over me?
Looks like it.
Yeah, well then I need to stay on the horse. What the crap? Hold on. Shit, son. What's your thought process here? Kick me off into the fucking black hole.
Nah, I reckon it'll come for me. That's fine.
He's got a
That's
slight...
my gambit.
He's got a slight inkling.
With our intelligence checks, we just worked out that it's going towards the river, not towards us.
What? No, he said it was coming towards us.
Yeah, it's chasing you.
That's because we're going towards the river.
No. It's
Go
chasing
towards
us.
the river because you're going there. Yeah, not
Yeah.
the way around.
Oh, fuck it. I'll jump off then.
Can you make an acrobatics check? Okay, yeah, you slam to the ground, roll, like hit the rock, maybe a bit of a branch, stand back up.
I can still run, dash, and dash again, so I can actually move like a good 75 feet per round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and go around this thing, bypass it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's still heading towards me, I'm gonna get out of its way.
Okay, so yeah, Jumble, you've landed, and this thing kind of begins rolling continuously, and then just begins to expand towards Dolaf as he's like riding.
It is going towards Dolaf.
Yeah.
Where's Dolaf heading?
I don't know, Dolaf. Where are you going?
I don't know. First of all, I'm going to just draw this other white arrow and just brandish it towards it.
Okay. Yep.
You know you want it. Come on.
Yep.
And I'll ride along the coast of the river away.
Okay, yeah, you ride up. Okay, so Tumble, you just kind of watch Dolaf race away, and this orb, the thing is, it doesn't look like it's expanding at all. It just looks rolling. It looks like it's expanding towards him continuously. And then eventually, as Dolaf disappears into the horizon, like kind of like running, it becomes like you saw earlier on the horizon, that kind of black speck. We're gonna have to go over to Dolaf unless Tumble's got nothing to do, anything to do. So.
Nope, I'm gonna have to run and regroup with the others crossing the river.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Dolaf, you're rushing away on the horse, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to move over to Vagar and Arlie Aiden. So,
Could use the wand to detect magic and figure out what kind of magic it is.
okay, so Vagar, Arlie Aiden, both of you, thrown. You hit something solid, hard. Suddenly, Vagar, your idol comes flying out as well through empty space and cracks into the ground next to you. You roll. Arlie Aiden, you're immediately standing up. Same with you, Vagar, like ready to fight, whatever this is. And in front of you, you see Ungai writhing in agony and pain, floating roughly about 10 foot up in the air. You look quickly around. You're in the middle of the void. There's an empty kind of circular base that you're on, about 20 foot in diameter. And you see some staircase lead down to the left to a landscape of floating rock and ruined city. In front of you, Ungai's reforming, like right before this huge black portal. Looks like you've been thrown into some sort of demi-plane.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
What are you
Hey, I'm just gonna whisper you something, Liam.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just the DM? Yeah.
Or
/whisper.
If you try the DM, it doesn't work. Just do the, because it's space.
Oh yeah. The.
Okay, Vagar.
Whispering. What do I?
Yeah, I just want to leap at him with my spear and stab him.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I'm very angry for what he did to me.
Nope. Okay.
Is that?
That was an answer to you, Arlie. Nope, you're not.
It was it?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So yeah, as you jump forward, Vagar, and you stab at him, it hits straight through him. There's a spark of light, and this ethereal form that's reforming grabs hold of the spear and goes, no! And begins sliding down it, grabs the end of the shaft and begins pushing himself towards you.
But this is Zangai doing this, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, then I guess just like put it back with a jerk to try and get him loose.
Mm-hmm.
If that doesn't work, kick him in the face.
Okay, make a flex check. Whoa! Okay, so yeah, you just kick him in the face and he flies off the spear, and you see that the plate armor's going whudunk, 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 and reforming.
With the wand to detect magic, can I actually tell what magic this is coming from it?
Oh, crap. One moment. I'll have to look this up.
Conjuration?
It is conjuration.
That's what it would be.
Yep, it is.
That's interesting to note.
Okay, so Arlie Aiden, you've seen Vagar like stab him, kick him in the face, and he's kind of like standing back up, trying to reform his body.
Angai, you fetid piece of shit. I knew I'd see you again quite soon.
Ah, so his madness recedes. Welcome back, Arlie Aiden. If you had any sense, you'd join it.
Before I even let him finish, I grow tired of your woesome ramblings, even before you got filthy and corrupted.
Okie dokie, he will make a... Oh, is it... Fuck's sake. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, so Arlie Aiden, as you cast Blight, you see the void around you. Vagar, of course, is the first time you've ever seen this happen. But as Arlie Aiden casts the spell, Void from nearby just swings towards him, sticks to his shoulders, down his arms, shoots forth from his palms, hits Ungai, and then as Arlie Aiden clenches his fist, it tears Ungai apart bit by bit, molecule by molecule, and eventually just melts and screams and falls into a pile of ash in front of you. Anyway, we'll get to Dolaf in a second.
I turn to Vagar and I say, he wasn't much pleasant conversation, even when he wasn't sane.
Okay, so just so you know, Vagar, he doesn't seem like Arlie Aiden at the moment, like the one that you know.
I must say, I like you better when you like this, Harley.
I'm sorry, but you shouldn't really get used to this persona of mine much I don't know why he's gone retarded all of a sudden.
Mhm.
You shouldn't really get that used to this persona.
Well, let's enjoy it while it lasts then. And he just starts like looking if the spear is okay, and then looks over at Ray and says, "So, is that the way out of here?" I'll point at the
Sorry,
portal.
Liam. Who do you want to whisper me?
Yeah, I'm
'Cause he'll
whispering you.
probably
Keep speaking. Keep speaking. I'll whisper
Okay.
stuff.
So, before we have the unfortunate precedence of returning to the reality of which I can't speak or come up with anything intelligible to say, I feel I should pass on some information to you.
Very well. Go ahead.
How trustworthy are you?
Well, that's a bit of a strange question to ask the person who you're wondering this about.
Well, I'm afraid my options are rather limited, aren't they? If I was
Yeah,
perhaps stuck here with my family
I-
members, I'd be
What
less...
I meant was, if I was not trustworthy, I wouldn't tell you that I wasn't.
Your logic is flawed, but inevitably sound. What do you know of void dragons?
Well, I know something about the void and something about dragons, not that much about a combination of the two.
I fear we face an enemy that none of us, including me, are prepared to face. Right now, of course, the story is different, but when we return, I feel all of us are underprepared. Our enemy's name is Jaxis. Ring a bell?
Can't say that it does. Should I have heard this name before?
Perhaps if you travel in the wrong sort of circles, yes. But the wrong sort of circles is where you need to seek out this information.
I see. At this point, I would like to just get out some parchment.
Mhm.
Just start scribbling along.
Oh, you're like, now that Ollie Aiden's sane, you're like taking notes.
Now,
Yeah,
Listen-
obviously, yeah.
listen to me very carefully. I will have no knowledge or any indication that this conversation has taken place, so I must entrust all of this to you. It's less than a desirable situation, and I'm sure that my alternate persona will do as much as he can to distort, hinder, and perhaps even prevent you from passing on anything worthy to our companions.
Yes, I have noticed as much in previous situations.
But if you listen to anything I say, listen to this. Run. Take whatever interest you have in this group and run. Pass on the information to those who must fight, those bound to those around them. Dolath, for example, I know won't leave, and my drooling, hithering mess of a shell will most likely tail behind him and his pet dog. But for yourself, my good man, take anyone who's not bound, tethered, or perhaps interested in any of the involvement, and run.
Will running keep us safe? Or will we merely run for the sake of running?
Alas, inevitably, I'm afraid the void may swallow you. Or perhaps I will be wrong, and your mettle will be tested and proven worthy.
It
But-
seems then that running is not a solution.
Have you ever, perhaps, swallowed a celestial body?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. I would have guessed by looking at you. Of course, I don't like to make assumptions. But our enemy does. Swallows planets, worlds, entire celestial systems as part of its dietary requirements. Do you feel as though that's an enemy you can face?
Perhaps not, but it also does not feel like running would do much. It seems that if it would decide to eat our planet, it would eat our planet regardless of where I am on it.
No, but then again, we always do weigh our suffering on strange, skewered scales, don't we? Perhaps we could live out the rest of our lives somewhere calm, secluded.
Perhaps.
I leave the choice to you, regardless. I entreat upon you to relay this information to those that I once held dear.
I
Give
shall
them the
so.
choice I have given you, and implore upon them that at this point, none of us, me included in the current state I find myself in, can much do about it.
Do you have a suggestion of where to run to?
Somewhere calm. Life, unfortunately, inevitably finds a way to snuff itself out regardless of dragons and voids. But, if you must know one thing, it is in all of my studies and all of my research that I found one very simple thing. Those swallowed by this void dragon don't really much have of an afterlife. So you may as well do the best you can to live the one you're given.
I see. Very well, I shall pass on this information. Is there any chance that some reminder of what currently takes place can be placed upon your alternative persona? Perhaps something you write yourself to remind you of how things were?
Unfortunately, if that's a side project people wish to undertake, it's something I've never quite managed to quite grasp. Combat, of course, takes me closer than I normally am, but it's normally a bit of a clusterfuck, wouldn't you agree? But
well, yes.
If you want one last example, take a look around you.
Okay,
We're currently, as it were, in what you would call the belly of the beast, to use the idiom.
Yeah, so Vhagar, you look around you, you're standing on this floating platform in the void, and what you see around you is a landscape of twisted cityscapes, twisted, like, impossibly up vertical angles, around, floating in direct. You see chunks of arcane energy striking others, sparking. You can see this twisted cityscape then developing into kind of like a spiral, as if it was stretched and stretched through space. It goes on for quite a long while until you just see blackness and starlight in that direction. As you look up into the sky, you do see something similar, like when Angai exploded into that black sphere, except you see one in the sky that's got a ring of fire around it. It looks like, as if this star of the sun of whatever this place was has been consumed.
I see.
So close, you could reach out and perhaps touch it. However, I'm afraid pleasantries aren't all I have to offer today, for, you see, trust only goes so far, you understand. If I ever return to this state in the plane, which we currently call home, and I find that you haven't passed on this information, I will wish your insides out, so that you sting every moment you touch salt, women, food, or even perhaps the air you breathe. And I will ensure that your soul is eviscerated in this place for all of eternity.
That sounds rather unpleasant. I think I will try and avoid it as best I can.
A pleasure.
Before you go, I have one suggestion. It is perhaps a strange idea, but perhaps worth a try either way.
Very well.
I have the idea that somehow at least your humanoid form is corrupted while you're outside this void. Perhaps taking
An
this
astute
form
observation.
might resolve the issue. If you were to be willing, you could perhaps turn yourself into something else, something that I could speak to in your new form as well. A small animal, perhaps. I will carry you out of here, or you can leave yourself in that form, and perhaps I can try and speak with you when you're not within the void. Perhaps this will... I don't know. It is worth a try either way.
Hang on, I'm just going to roll something, mainly in character than anything else, really, to be honest.
Uh-oh. Fuck's sake, here we go.
Does he seem legit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Vhagar seems legit, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you know that he can talk to small animals. And,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you trust him or not, I can't tell you that, but he doesn't seem to be lying. Like, he very clearly appreciates this form more than the crazy mess that's not void earlier.
So a feeble mind to replace the feeble-minded. An interesting concept, one that I must admit hasn't graced the parts of my cerebral quite yet. Perhaps Perhaps. Alas, however, even here, even in my current state, my power is limited. Once upon a time, I could turn myself into 16 various different creatures an hour. Now, however, I find myself without even the vaguest ability to continue. Perhaps I cast something recently.
I see. Well, perhaps if there's a next time, then.
Perhaps.
Very well. Shall we leave?
Can we? Lead the way.
There was a portal, right? Yeah.
As you guys have been speaking, the portal's got smaller and smaller and smaller and kind of disappeared.
Okay, I would probably be keeping an eye on that. Sure.
Another one seems to grow in its place. This one, not black and nightmarish with purple lightning, but white, inviting. The kind of light and magic you see in starlight, in sunlight. And beyond it, you see a platform and something beckoning you forward in white robes.
Do I reckon this location at all?
Nope.
Once again to the hearth fire, and I'll step through.
So yeah, Aliada steps through.
I was gonna ask, like, is this like a deceitful thing where the light's the bad stuff? And I'm like, fuck, and I'll step through after him.
Okay, you step through. Don't laugh. And riding hard, riding it away. And as you turn around, within about 30 minutes of hard riding, it kind of shrinks, and then just leaving this trail in the countryside towards where you are. And eventually, it just stops, turns into a blip, explodes one last time. You see frost, cold energy. Frost begins to rime the entire forestry around as it explodes, and then a necrotic energy comes out, shatters that. The trees turn dead, they wilt, and then for a third wave, you see a force of psychic energy just knocks that shit flying. You were out of range, thankfully, before that went off, of course.
Thankfully.
So you turn the horse. You're probably about half a mile from the river. You can see everyone as tiny little figures.
Yeah, I'll just slump down onto the front of the horse and just pat it on the side. Let's go back.
Okay, it begins more like jogging back the way it came.
Yeah, we'll just take a slow trot back, I think, because I've literally just come back from the brink and I'm aching like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Now the adrenaline is starting to subside, just like, fuck.
Okay, so you begin riding back. Tumble, as you are by the river, and you just see this orb begin to shrink and go towards the distance. Aeon flies up next to you and goes, Tumble, quick, have some of this. And she just flies around you in a spiral, and you find yourself floating slightly.
What the hell?
Get over the river, quick!
I can handstand across.
No, and you're kind of levitating, and she begins pushing you, and you're like, what the hell?
Okay, well, guess I don't have much option in this.
Well, it's okay, you can float slightly. I'll just push you in the direction, it's fine. Quick, Otti's waiting. You see Otti's floating through the middle of the river with Felocia.
My allies are back there, getting sucked into a black hole.
Yeah, black what?
Oh no.
She turns and goes, there's nothing there. And you turn around, it's gone.
What the hell?
There's a sucking sound again, and then as 3 explosions go off.
Oh shit, my eyes go wide, and I think to myself, my god, we just lost another 2 allies. Potentially 3. I'm shaking my head. It's like, no. I get pushed away though towards Otti.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I can't look. I don't look her in the eye.
Yeah, you just float by her, and Otti's like, "Where's Dolaf? Where is everyone?"
Shake my head.
Yeah. She goes, "No, that's not possible."
I don't know what's not possible anymore.
She goes, "One moment," and pushes Flosia off her and begins wading back the other side. Flosia's like, "Come on, woman!" Grabs hold of her by a backpack, pushes her back, and goes, "He's fine. You know what he's like. He's wily. He'll survive." She goes, "But, what if he's not? What if he's laying there injured and needs help?" Flosia pushes Otti towards the river and goes, "Don't worry, I got this." And as she gets wading, he's like, "But you're 6 months pregnant. No, this is my job." And then Flosia looks, gives her that stare, rolls intimidation.
Oh shit.
Okay, one moment. Yep, and Otti goes, "Okay, Felocia, just be careful, okay? Pete would be devastated if anything was to happen to you and his son." She goes, "Son? Gonna be a daughter, of course, gonna grow up like me, not like him." And then she points across the river towards
Sometimes
the
I feel like we should just let the women deal with the things, and we'll just stay at home and do the cooking.
And when she reaches the other side, Tumble, you're on the other side with all the Dwarga are helping everyone up. The camp's basically reorganised on the other side of this river. And from where you are, you can see dust on the horizon on the other side of the river, as obviously the cavalry are about to... Well, they're probably a couple miles out, as in, Ungai's horsemen.
Shit, we need to keep going. We need to keep moving.
And Felosiel's just banked on the other side, climbs up.
Wait, I got an idea, actually. Hold on. Can they potentially see us from the other side of the river?
Doesn't look like it. It's behind... It's quite on the horizon. You just see this slight trail of dust where they're obviously riding hard towards you.
Okay. I was going to make sure of it, but if you say we're pretty confidently hidden...
Not hidden, just far away.
Far away, then. That's fine. I had a scroll of fog cloud I was going to use to obscure the area, but... That's fine, as long as we're not even in line of sight.
No, so are you just going to help lead the procession away?
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Okay, can you make a... You can either... If you've got persuasion, you can roll that, or it can just be a straight charisma check. I mean, with advantage, because people respect you. So you got 10. Anyway, as you call people out, the guards are helping as well. There's no sign of Kimmel whatsoever, but you notice the rest of the Elvish guards are there helping. And with you managed to organise most of them to just push on. You see Samuel's wife is wailing, and they've got his corpse on the back of a wagon as they're like...
Samuel? Which is the one I revived?
You revived Samuel.
I did revive Samuel, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did you actually revive him?
I did use the revivify from the... That's why I got there in time.
Okay, so his body is on the back of the wagon, obviously unconscious.
Probably unconscious.
Yeah. But it looks like he's going to be without an eye for a while. Well,
the guard, however, I couldn't save. I don't know if Merlin got to him. In fact, I'm going to catch up with Merlin. Feel like I should rally with him.
Yeah, Merlin's with the Dwargar, and he looks like he's ready for battle. Yeah, he's got his warhammer stowed. He's ready to help anyone that's going by. He's standing by the side of the road, making sure people are getting past. And occasionally, as he sees a villager walk by limping, like as if they cut themselves in the river, he walks up, places a hand on them, and then goes, keep going, like cures them and keeps moving them along.
Man's doing a good job, I guess. But I'm going to relay the information of that battle, by the way. Tell him that Ungai was slain and hopefully slain.
Mern always did a good job unless he had to roll dice.
Yeah. So... Cool. Alright, that's... I can't do much more other than keep the procession moving, and he'll help Mern out.
So, Olaf, as you're riding down the river, going at a gentle pace, eventually you do see Felosiel running towards you, full pelt, holding her stomach, like right as she's running. And she stops about 100 yards away, and then just kind of shouts, "I knew you wouldn't die! I told Ollie that you couldn't! You're such a wily bastard!"
Thanks.
Called his lord a bastard.
She doesn't give a
Close
fuck.
enough.
She's never called him my lord.
Okay.
Close enough. I'd offer you the horse, but you'd probably take that as some kind of insult.
Yeah, you're damn right. Anyway, she grabs onto the reins, begins walking with you. She goes, what the hell happened to you? And she reaches behind him without she just snaps the arrow from your side.
Shit.
Before... Ow.
Yeah, it's alright, don't worry, you've got another one here.
Oh, please don't.
And she goes, "This is gonna hurt, this is on your cheek." And you look at your cheek, and she goes, "No, your arse cheek, my lord." And then she goes, "You got a cut on your face as well, that's gonna look badass when that heals."
I think I barely keep consciousness there.
Yeah.
She reaches into her satchel and goes, "Quit your moaning," hands you a healing potion.
Did you encounter the others on the way?
I ain't counting nothing. Took the corpse of the guard back there. And some legs, and I don't know where they've come from.
We need to head that way. And I'll point towards where the explosion originally, or the orb originally started from.
She goes, "Why do we need to go there?"
Aiden and Vagor.
Yeah, I didn't see them. They are missing.
Just either go back or go there, and I'll try and lead the horse that way.
Okay, so yeah, she comes with you.
Shall
Alright,
we?
yeah, we are back. We are back with the Voidheart after that very tense first 2/3. It was great. Okay, so we're going to go back to Vagar and Ali Aiden for now. This is going to be weird, because I obviously can do a Scottish accent.
You can,
Can
get
he-
the camera
can he
straight,
do
you
it?
know.
Yeah, I know, it's because for some reason the actual layout went weird. It's okay, I sorted it. Yep.
Let's
So-
go and put the haggis on the barbie.
Oh, fuck you! It's hard. Okay, so guys, Vagor and Ali Aiden, as you step through this warm, inviting portal, Ali Aiden, you feel your sameness slipping slightly, but you're still the old Ali Aiden. It's slowly seeping back in. But as you step into this bright white marble hall, you guys see in front of you a huge temple with marble white pillars. It's empty, gleaming, except for this one figure in a white robe in front of you, wearing a rather spectacular pair of knee-high boots. And for a dwarf, it looks funny. And he goes, "Ah! Ollie Aiden, I still got your shoes!"
Good to see them, I suppose.
He goes, you don't remember me, do you?" And and as he takes his hood back, in front of you, you see this bearded, well-groomed dwarf, and you suddenly remember that you fought alongside him. His name is Scardy.
Scardy, where's your hat?
Scotty represent. Woo!
He goes, "Whenever she appears, she always makes me wear it." He reaches into his robes, and he's got a little pink sleeping hat that looks a little bit tattered, puts it on his slightly balding head, and he goes, "Better now?"
Now I remember.
Ha! Who's your friend?
This is Vagor, mildly trusted companion.
Mildly.
Madly.
He
Well.
goes to shake your hand, Vagor.
Yeah, I guess I'll kneel. Like, not kneel,
Yeah.
but like on my hunches, because otherwise, there's no way he's going to be able to shake my hand.
Don't belittle me, son.
I mean, you are little compared to me. I'm not belittling this.
Well, obviously.
Exactly.
You look hurt.
Well. Perhaps Raiden is a bit hurt, yes. I am fine, thank you.
He always was fine with that. And he reaches down and he goes, "Look, have them back." And he hands you over the pair of red shoes, Ollie Aiden.
Well, perhaps our wager can be settled in other ways. Take them, put them on.
Look, we've got some talking and explaining to do, okay?
I should imagine we have plenty to talk about, but let's keep the points brief and concise. I feel a little, how should I say, waggly.
He just kind of stares at you. It's been difficult to get in touch with you, you know, being that I can't interact with the physical plane no more.
Yes, I'm afraid even if you did, you wouldn't really get much. Frog spawn!
He looks towards you, Vagor, and goes, "Oh, I know what's happened here. It's the same thing that happened to me.
What happened exactly? It would be very beneficial to know
Follow me.
what happened, how
First.
to reverse this.
Follow me." And he leads you through the temple, your footfalls, his now bare feet slapping against this white marble ground. But the marble itself is very warm. As you're walking across it, you realise it's almost barely too hot to touch. Yet this Scardy dwarf feels fine with it. And as you walk out the door on the other side of this hall, you're led into a bridge made of colourful, phantasmal force. It's got like kind of fairy fire running beneath it. And to your right and left, suddenly, Vagor, your jaw drops. Same with Ali Aiden. You see a dragon fly over you. Not large, but
What
a
kind of
dragon.
dragon?
It's made what looks like a starlight. It whizzes past you, over your head, and then heads to your left, where you see in the distance a great ball of fire, of white fire. And you see there's about maybe 24 of these dragons kind of flying towards it. And yeah, you kind of look confused. Look to your right, and you see this starlit system, and then there's another building in front of you. Picture kind of like a night, like from World of Warcraft, the Night Elf architecture. More like a spire in front of you with hanging garden, orchids. You see that there's also one of these dragons nestled on top of the tower.
My, Scotty, you've suddenly ascended. Keep.
Yeah, well, they did rescue me, and he leads you into this spire where there is a living area for him. You see there's a small dwarvish bed, there's like a book on one side on a desk, there's a library. They occasionally bring me stuff and allow me to peer on into the old world to see what's going on. But you see, at that battle, Ali Aiden, when I fell in the portal, I floated for a very long time in the void, became encased, became a creature called a voidling, and eventually I was rescued by these. Long story short, I'm not one for long stories.
Well, you never were, but I'm afraid if you were seeking sympathy, I feel you've drawn the long end of the sword.
I am not. All I'm saying is I've got information here that needs to get down there, and I can't go.
Tell my friend here, I'm practically simple.
Where is it that we currently are? And
Can't you see?
yes, but where are we? We are clearly not on the material plane, as you mentioned. You cannot interact with it.
No. We're near the sun.
Yes, I can see that, but on the material plane, no.
No. Definitely not. Yes, he
He
says,
just like gives it this blank stare,
Yeah.
waiting for an answer.
he goes, look, I'm no mage, but I do have all of the information here that these dragons have collected from our part of the universe.
Jesus, Scotty, you're not one for short stories, but you never were getting.
You seem to be becoming a little bit mental there. I can't quite catch the end of your sentences.
Oh, sorry, did I fade out for a sec?
Yeah.
You're cutting out, yeah.
Ugh, Grimsby Town. Hang on. Get to the point, Scotty. We need to know these things, and I really don't have much chickens.
Well, they don't really speak much, but the one up here is I call her Sophie. Reminds me of an old Lightseeker friend I once had.
Yes. Was it the Lightseeker friend that I once had?
I don't remember. I know that you and Ileana were pretty close. I don't remember you having much friends other than us.
Well, yes.
I mean-
Friends are hard to come by.
You were pretty close with Sigmund. Do you remember that? You old drinking buddies.
No.
You don't?
No.
How is he?
I- Pray we change subjects.
Okay, whatever. Okay, so these dragons here, right? They're what you call star drakes, sun drakes, something along that line. They technically tend the stars. Every star has one. Yes. No,
Yes.
Every star has hundreds looking after it.
Common theoretical knowledge, but in practice, obviously, much more.
Well, the thing is, sometimes stars die, of course. Everything dies. Except you, it seems. Jabs you in the stomach.
Woof, 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 we've got some stardust. Come on, Scotty.
Okay, yes. So, occasionally stars die. And when they die, so do the drakes with them. They kind of fade out. They lose their purpose, of course, but sometimes there's one that lingers, that remains, and when they remain, they turn into a void dragon and become, well, corrupted, I guess, or just a force of nature, less than corrupted. But what I wanted to do is give you this, and he reaches over, opens a drawer, and it's a small journal, hands it to, goes to hand it to Arlie Aiden, hands it to Vagor.
Jaxis.
Yes, that's her.
You know she walks among us now, of course.
Aye, in the shape of Ileana, of course.
Yes, troubling.
Well, I never got to quite see that. I was a voidling at the time of all the war and all the death. I've only been like this for maybe a year or two now. Time travels differently up here. In fact, the only person I've actually seen in the last couple of years is Kolka.
Yes, I knew he'd have him, and he was letting on. But of course, he wouldn't share that information with me or my ragtag band of untrustworthy companions.
Oh no, of course not. Every time he dives into the void is a little bit of madness creeps into him.
Rubik's.
Like that, yeah, like that. That he points towards Vagor. He points towards you and goes, that is exactly what I was afraid of.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, well,
Vagor's just scared he won't get any lady poo in a while.
wow, he's really gone. He's worse than Kolka.
Can you not talk about me like I'm not here, please?
Okay, yeah, well, I'll try.
Well, you're here now. You weren't a minute ago. Apologies.
Right, okay, so you don't have much time here. I'm going to help you get back. But if you have questions for Sophie, or whatever her name is, now's the time.
Yes, I have several.
Okay, she points towards the spiral stairs. There. You just don't piss her off, yeah? I've seen her spout Nova fire. It's quite scary.
Oh, pleasant, of course.
Yeah, I probably
Perhaps,
shouldn't go up.
yeah, if you may, I would introduce you in your current condition so that anything you say, well, in your alternative persona, will not be misconstrued as offensive.
Yes, perhaps a wise idea.
So I'll head up the staircase.
Okay, so as you head up, it gets warmer and warmer and warmer as you climb the staircase. And as you open the door at the top, you see what looks like a dragon roost made of fire. Behind her seems to be like molten magma spouting golden glitter and fire. And as her form rises up, you see that her belly seems to be made of starlight and void as it travels down the front. Yet the rest of her is bright white light, just pure starlight. And her eyes regard you. They're empty, her eyes. Though you do feel warmth coming from them. Not evil, despite the look of menace that she has. And as her tail whips round, it kind of like slams down onto the concrete behind her. And then she leans forward and just listens. Doesn't say anything. She's probably gargantuan.
Right. I'll look up, like obviously at her, and like,
But
hello. We have come to seek your advice, and by we I mean me and my friend who will shortly join us. I must warn you that he has lost his mind somewhat. And
but soft, behold, lo where it comes again. I'll cross it, though it blast me. Stay, illusion, if thou hast any sound or use a voice, speak to me.
that is what I mean. Sometimes he just goes on and says things he does not quite know what they mean. Or do we know? So if at any point in our conversation he offends you, please forgive him. It is not his intention.
He says,
My friend, Vagor, you are only beginning to see the mild scale of problems.
Yes, I am quite painfully aware of that, I think.
she still says nothing.
Aliaden, you said you had questions.
Yes. Dare I speak her name in its presence? Jaxis.
It's empty eye sockets, narrow.
I fear she's beyond your reach, but she's well within our... Tell us, what must we do to vanquish?
She reaches, her one palm comes forward, lands on the ground in front of you, and as she scrapes it away, you see there's one symbol on the ground in front of you. If you can both roll Arcana to decipher it.
Can someone roll it for me so I can't see? I'm kind of
Yeah, okay.
grim idea. Cheers, sir.
Well, Vagra has no idea.
Nicely done. So, Arlie Aiden, you see the symbol or divine magic. Lawful good, chaotic good. It's got like a kind of circular. It's got all those symbols all in one. And she nods towards it.
Ugh. The calligraphy craft is old, but it's all there.
And then she reaches forward with one pointed claw and just points it towards Vagor's spear.
Let me see that. What do you have there?
I'll hand over.
Yep. It's the spear.
Perhaps I was looking for something a little more.
It seems to have some sort of sentience. It whispers to me at times.
Interesting. If only I had more time to study this kind of thing. This is intriguing. Have you tried returning the sentiment?
It is asking me to do things I'm not sure I want to do.
Are you...
I've not yet spoken to it, though.
Excuse me. Not quite sure you want to do. We are facing down a threat that you cannot possibly fathom. If it tells me to jump and rape my arm, I'll do those things twice over with a smile on my face.
And how do you know that this thing will help in what we are trying to achieve rather than hinder?
A fair point.
Are insidious and cannot trust that what it says is to our benefit.
Yes, and there's no way to quite tell it. Conundrum. Any thoughts? And I'll look towards the Sundrake, was it?
Yep. You actually hear a voice for the first time. It's soft and melodic, kind of like an elvish script flowing from her mouth, although her mouth doesn't move. These dragons live between the empty spaces of stars, seeking light and life to consume. They are not evil. They are evil in what they do, but they are a force of nature. It is only in their nature to consume life and light. And Jaxus has been plaguing the universe for many millions of years, slowly but surely consuming its way across the stars. I will tell you one thing I do know, that defeating Jaxus means death for whoever slays it.
Death is overrated.
A defeated void dragon releases all life and light it had previously consumed. Surely this stellar flare will destroy whomever was within at least several hundred miles of it.
Of course.
I would beware if you set out on this quest. My best course of action for you is to find a new planet and hope she does not find that one in the many million years to come.
It's my original plan. Vagor seems slightly... Of course, we could always trap several moths and watch them battle.
And I'll just like hold up my palm and be like, there you go.
Okay, that's when the Drake leans down and grabs Vagor next to you, grabs hold of what looks like some sort of ornament. It's like a giant black orb. And as she brings her Drake massive claws out, it seems to siphon some energy, and she drops it down in front of you as a globule, and then slowly but surely it forms into a wand. And only you hear this, Vagor, and I'm going to whisper you this.
Good.
You can write that down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on my sheet.
Yep. I don't know what you want to call it. You can make it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is always getting the goddamn wands.
Dude, Dude, I'm going to whisper you what you've got, okay? Arlie Aiden?
I can't hear it.
Really? You can't see it?
It's better if you don't mind texting me. That'll probably be better.
All right. We'll do it next time. Just remember you've got a pair of boots.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Them boots.
Yep. Okay, so Vagor, any other questions? Because you see that you can actually hear that Scardy's walking up the stairs and he's mumbling, Gotta get rid of them. Gonna have to go.
Interesting. Is there any way to just Jaxis in the body she currently resides before she can, of course, become incorporeal?
No. She will take a human form to manipulate the planet so that it can't fight her. She will wage war so that everyone is more focused on that than on the fact that she will be slowly but surely consuming the planet.
Cancer. Okay. Vagor, I think we've outstayed our welcome. Have you anything to say?
Nothing currently. I need to process this information. I've taken note of all the things you said so I can relay this information to our companions if we ever find them again.
Good. Then why don't we go and have a nice bath?
Scardy walks up behind you. No bath for you. And as he slaps Ali Aiden on the back, suddenly just pop, disappears. You ready, Vagor?
Not sure, but not much else I can do to get ready, I suppose.
I'm sending him home. Where do you want to go?
What is home to him?
Well, I sent him to the halls of Larifia. Right in front of the king. He's gonna be hilarious.
I'd prefer to go back where I just came from.
It has to be a teleportation circle, I'm afraid.
Do you know where I came from?
Give me a major city nearby.
Well, major city. It was quite in the middle of nowhere. Is there anything near Voidheart?
Never heard of it.
Lorithia, then.
Larifia? I'll take you to a different place, or do you want to go to the same place as him?
Might as well keep an eye on him.
Okay, well, good luck, Vagor. Pleasure to meet you, Furbog friend.
And you? And I ruffle his head as a joke.
Yeah. He tugs on his beard. Yeah. This'll be fun. Goes to shake your hand.
And then poof, I guess.
Yeah, poof, and he goes, yeah, you're not going to that place. And you go, no, pop.
Oops.
Okay, so back to Dolaf and Tumble. Okay, so you're just approaching Braydark, and you see that Felocial's arrived back. She walks up and goes, you're gonna have to camp outside. You alright with that, right? I mean, I've got provisions ready. I've got stuff.
We got enough guards to watch.
Provisions is what we need. As long as we've secured that, we can camp here.
I'll go on the night watch as well.
Okay, yeah. So you guys set camp up outside, and eventually you see that about 25 guards are outside the northern gates now, just watching you guys set up camp. Okay, so the alderman of this town. One moment, I'm going to search for something. So, he calls himself Murdrifa, and you guys know that Mur is a title, M-E-R, in Torrent.
No, it wasn't me.
It means either like the equivalent to mayor or lord. Yeah, he calls himself Mur, and that's his title, and he's called Dlifa. And he walks out, he's bald, except for golden hair at the sides. It seems like a purposeful haircut. Comes down to mutton chops and a soul patch, and he's heavily tattooed up the arms. Muscular, barrel-bellied, blacksmith-looking guy, but in red robes with gold trimmings, and he's just walking towards the camp.
I'll hail at him. Hey, how can we help?
Hello, the name is Dlifa?
Tumble and Bod. Is he awake? Is it during the middle of the night?
This is like just as the evening's settling down. So
Okay, I'll call Air Inspire over.
Okay, so Dolaf, you notice, yeah.
What's the issue? Oh, greetings. You are
Murdlifa. The Mur.
Yeah, very well. Pleasure to meet you then.
Pleasure to meet you too. He points you up. Yeah, he looks you up and down because you do look rather worn out, friend. You are a lord, no? Of Larifia.
Correct, yes, and Bindland.
And abandoned. No offense, friend, but abandoned isn't exactly clean. Is that the right word? No. That's no, I don't know. I don't know the word.
I think I know where you're coming from. Don't worry, but it will be.
You and your closest friends are more than welcome to stay in Braydock. I have room for you.
That's very good of you.
You can bring your wife and children and your Monsters Tumble and your house servant here.
Yeah, we just set up camp, so no
He's,
real need.
Not a servant.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Norman. That was offensive. I did not mean.
It doesn't matter. Just we just set up camp. We don't need no homes, do we? Dolaf, it's your call.
If you wish to stay here, it would be rude of me to, not accept his request.
I understand. All right. Well, why don't I come with you and then come back to the men afterwards?
Sure. I mean,
All right.
the guards should be able to handle the situation. They can signal if necessary.
Okay. All right. As we follow this guy,
I'll go collect.
I'll say.
Any of if we've got any sick or young children, things, the mothers.
The
I'll be
provisions
talking-
arrive
I'll
after
be-
as well.
Walking side by side with Dolaf as we go, and I'll be like, the Moa brings up a good point. What exactly am I to you?
Valuable ally.
Uh-huh. I don't have a title or anything to my name, really. But if you need a new right-hand man, I know you lost some good men back in that battle then.
What, you're suggesting you want to be a guard or something? I think you're better than that.
Well, yeah, I guess. yeah, better than a guard, but I don't know.
Of course. I mean, you came to us in strange circumstances and through
Yeah.
again, your brother, but you've been a great assistance to us. So, I count you among a close friend. I can't
Thank
offer
you.
you much in terms of a title, I'm afraid, but
You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll probably not even. I don't want any more duties than I've already got. Once we clear out the Underdark, I'll probably try and, settle back down in my hometown if there's anything left of it.
well, I'm sure someone will be able to assist in rebuilding. And if I'm perfectly honest, you don't really want a title. It's quite tedious.
Yeah. Plus, it's way too bright up in here anyway. Like, most of the daylight burns my eyes constantly. I have to squint everywhere I go. Swear.
Well,
Never
one
gonna
of the
get
other
used to it.
reasons that I wanted to go to Larithia is many hundreds of years ago, our people, they fought a war in the Underdark. Drow resided there in Larithia. So
Huh.
there is a possibility there is a connection to Ranagland. I don't know the Underdark particularly well myself, but with your help, perhaps we can find a route.
It's like another world down there. And we've only got 3 of the maps. There was supposed to be 9 of them.
And this is the Underdark. The maps, just to point out, the maps that you have are the Underdark under Bindland.
Yeah.
Not under the Rifia.
We'll just have to make do with what we got.
I'm afraid so. But I trust in you.
And I trust you guys as well. Let's hope we can find those 2, wherever the hell they gone.
Honestly, the magic is beyond me, unfortunately. But hopefully we can get answers.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's that little bit of.
Yeah, okay, so the mer leads you into Braydark, and you guys have a what looks like a 2-story tavern to yourself. He's literally bought it out for you. You're a lord. You deserve it, basically. And while you're inside, you see there's enough space for probably about 50 people, yet he's just reserved it for you. And as you walk in, a barmaid behind the counter immediately begins preparing a large dinner for everyone that you've brought with you, Dola.
Yeah, well, as I say, I did bring quite a few people, like all the kids, their mothers, things like that. So,
Yeah. By the way,
the more vulnerable population.
Yeah, Samuel Yormond is up, by the way. He seems to be recovering, despite the arrow in the eye.
Him as well, then, definitely.
Okay, so as he sits there, looking rather confused and bewildered at the dinner table, he doesn't eat at all, but he does lean into Tumble. Tumble,
Yeah.
thank you.
Don't mention it. You should be thanking Mern, really. He's the one who provided the spell in the first place, but...
And he kind of like, you see tears are running from his one good eye.
I give him a pat on the shoulder. I'm like...
Yeah, I got no way of repaying you, friend.
Like I say, don't mention it. It's fine, honestly. I just... You were the first person I could get to. I wish I could have done more, if I'm honest.
He nods, takes a nibble at the bread, the warm loaf provided by him, takes a sip of his stew. Doesn't seem to really be hungry. He just died. He's not in the best of spirits, but he does he does drink the ale greedily.
I'll drink an ale with him as well.
And the mer visits you halfway through the night and goes, yes, friends, drink as much as you can. We've got a long journey ahead tomorrow, I believe. I hope you don't mind, but I asked some questions, and I do believe you are heading to Bonnley, no?
Yeah.
Insight checking.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, yeah, could it...
Insight. Okay, yeah, so he seems to be more interested in getting rid of you.
Okay, that's fine by me.
Yeah, like, it's more of a pushy question to see what you're doing. It's not menacing in any way or, like, anything like that. It seems to you much like his persona is, get the fuck out, away. There's an army camped outside his town, basically.
We'll be heading out at first light.
That's good.
Yes.
I'm going to ask him, sitting next to me, actually. I'm going to say, how is the eye, by the way? He took an arrow through it.
You know,
Does it feel...
You know that feeling that people say they get when they lose a limb? They have a ghost limb?
Yeah.
I feel like I can still see out the eye, but when I close my right eye, I don't see anything.
Yeah.
It's like my
Do you mind if
vision. I have to get used to it. Like, you see that all the way through the evening, he's been very difficult. He keeps hitting his chin with his mug, and then I have to reposition it because he's not used to the depth perception. And occasionally, he kind of spoons the table, and then has to kind of reposition the spoon.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at it. Just want to check for anything
Okay, he lifts up the eye
nasty
patch,
about it.
and you just see this mess. It's
Gonna
empty.
make out I'm doing a medical check when I'm actually investigating to try and see if there's any corruption.
Okay, go ahead.
26.
No corruption. Seems like it was a pretty clean hit. And you also see that as he turns around and you check, you see that he's got a pink scar appearing on the back of his head where it came out of his skull.
Whew. Yeah, you'll be fine. That is pretty gnarly, though. Holy shit, you got a story to tell there, man.
Yeah, he kind of like goes to touch it and he realizes his finger's about half an inch into his socket, and he goes, "Oh, puts the eye patch back down."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit creepy. It's empty in there. The void.
Yeah, that is the void. It's like staring right into the void. Yeah.
It is strange. I do feel I am thankful for my life, Tumble. Thank you very much. We lost Ali Aiden.
Ali Aiden and yeah. Well,
the Furbog?
The Furbog, yeah, you know him as that. But
Hey.
He's
doesn't
hardly
like me.
ever met you. He met you once.
His name's Vago, by the way. I don't think he likes being called the Furball.
Sorry, I apologize. Well, he's not here, is he? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no.
very rude of me. I mean, I wouldn't
So-
be here.
No, they went into some sort of portal, as my guess anyway. I'm not too savvy with magic, but I know it was conjuration, so it's a possibility they're alive.
Talking of portals, he reaches over and takes a slice of cake.
Portal cake?
What? He looks at you confused.
Anyway, I got the reference, but I don't think Tumble gets it really.
No, he's just eating parts of the cake. Okay, so Dolaf, also throughout the night, you see that people keep staring through the window, and the Mer finally brings you a letter of recommendation.
Okay, what kind of recommendation?
Blend, this is a scroll that tells you about the duck at Bornley, I believe. And he goes, seek Anatoly.
Anatoly. Thank you.
Anatoly
appreciated.
will help you go back to Lyrithia. He may sound like he owns ships, but he does not own ships.
He doesn't. Okay.
No, he more specialized magic. Bornley has Circle of Teleport. He'll take you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yes. I believe this is help, yes? Oh,
A great help to you.
oh,
To me.
yes.
Us.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the encampment.
Okay, yeah.
Sure. Before you go, actually, Humble, I've been thinking about this whole title thing.
Uh huh.
And, well, we're training in the militia, right? We need to build an army. I'll need people I can trust within that army. So, my elven guards, they're quite well trained in stealth. Not as much as you, but having an elite unit of essentially assassins, most useful in an army. I would like you to head them up.
Now that I can do. Elves, I can probably teach how to be a little bit sneakier.
Good, good. Then can I leave their training with you?
All right. You just tell me which men are under me, and I'll get them training right away.
Okay,
You
I'm
can
gonna
have the contingent of the elves.
quickly count how many there are left.
Yeah. What's the elf's name that I made captain?
Osvalda.
You can tell him that you're now in charge. You are major.
Whoa! Hey, not bad.
Okay, so there are 9 guards left, and they're all the unnamed ones.
Major Tumble. Well, Major Timble.
Some would say that's a major improvement.
No, we've still got one of them, haven't we?
Yeah, Osvalda's the only named one left.
Yeah, he's captain. Now we
Unnamed
have
ones.
Major Tumble.
Alrighty. Cool. You'll have an elite guard of
Ones.
elven assassins soon.
What was that, Todd?
I was saying, the name of the unit should just be called the Unnamed Ones. It'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, like, that is pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You have
I'll
yourself.
leave that in Tumble's capable hands, though.
No worries. Elite elven assassin team unnamed.
And I'll sit down with the rest of the people that I've brought in and just try and be lordly and, like,
Not
help
pass
with their
out.
issues and
Mm.
stuff. Just be a good show of face and,
Yeah.
keep spirits up.
Yep. Okay, one moment. Halfway through well, near midnight, by the way, Felocial disappears and comes back roughly about an hour later, and she walks with an elderly man, probably in his late 60s, into the bar, and the man looks slightly familiar. He's got a wrinkled face, he's got these jowls, a little bit of a beard, grey beard growing through. He's got long hair tied into a long kind of ponytail at the back, and he's wearing peasants' clothing, and he's got a slight limp as he walks towards you, and Felocial is smiling at him, talking to him like, this is the first time you've seen her be really polite to anyone. And then she goes, Olaf, I'd like to introduce you to someone.
This must be Pete's father.
Wow. Yes.
Pleasure
that
to
was
meet you, sir.
what a guess. She just gets like totally surprised, and she's a bit pissed off, obviously, that she didn't get to do the surprise just as much as Liam is.
So, would you like me to roll my insight?
No.
Well, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, I know. And she goes, "This is Bogdan."
A pleasure to meet you, Bogdan. Pete's a good man.
I've heard of you.
I'll shake his hand.
It's a shaky hand. He's obviously got like something wrong with him at the moment. And you see there's his liver spotted up his hand. He reaches for his hip flask. Would you like some vodka?
Vodka?
Area speciality.
It would be rude of me not to. A gift from Pete's father. Sorry.
Floater puts down a shot glass and he just fills it to the brim, picks it up, pours it into your mug, and then just fills your mug up. A drinker?
Have I had vodka in my past?
You've never really. Torrent's really got kind of a spotty alcohol relationship. They don't really brew big alcohol.
I'll go to drink it like wine, like I normally would then, and
yeah.
And potent.
Yes.
Oh,
He sits down on the
warms
stool.
the chest quite a bit. Where's? No, that's rude of me to say. It's quite bland, but other than the pain.
Sometimes, if you're special, we add vanilla pods. It makes it tastier.
I'd recommend that.
But you get used to it.
I'm sure you do. Pete certainly seems to.
Yes, my son was an alcoholic in his younger days.
That actually doesn't surprise me a little.
No, but he was on the straight and narrow the last time I saw him. Yes, sir. I do believe he's met this lovely young half-elf here. And she goes, "No," just kind of puts her arm around him. And goes, "I do say he did well for himself, eh? If I was 60 years younger."
You could say that.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. When Pete wrote to me, told me all about what was going on. You know, I'd like to help, but can't much swing a sword lately.
Probably best not to.
The old knee is acting up.
Take an arrow.
Oh, I fell down a flight of stairs. Why would you say that?
Reference.
Just nothing. Don't worry.
I don't understand, Flocio. I thought you said he was smart. He's been really simple. And she's like, it's just a joke. And he's like, the only thing to joke about here is the person that Pete's serving. Stands up, empties the rest of the vodka from your mug into his flask.
Thank you for that. It was a wonderful drink.
Yes, of course. You need to work up your constitution, Lord Dolaf. Yeah, he believes you.
Thought I should roll that one.
Yeah. Good luck. Pete passed by here 5 days ago. So said he was in rush, only stayed for an hour.
5 days. Good.
That coincides with when you sent him.
Yeah, that's good. It just means if we can teleport, we might have a chance to catch him.
Yeah, I mean, you think about 5 days ago, he would have reached Bournley by now.
Yeah, and if he gets the ship, then we got potential to catch up.
Yep. Yes, well, safe journeys. Bye.
A pleasure again.
As he leaves, he walks behind the bar, fills up another hip flask he had in his back pocket, and then leaves. And the barmaid kind of goes to say something, and you see that the proprietor looks at her. Let him take it. They nod.
I'll cover that for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the night goes by. Tumble, did you want to do anything as the night goes on, or is it just straight to bed?
I can teach a give the elves some stuff right now if you want.
Yeah, they're all a little bit shaky because of the day's events, a little bit tired from the marching.
Maybe another time then.
But some of them are eager, some of them are pretty drunk.
Drunk.
Yeah, some of them have begun drinking some of the wine stores that came with the treasury.
All right. Gather around then, men. As you know, I've been put in charge. And now, Major Tumble. So you can refer to me as.
One of them in the back that's drunk goes, "That's what happens when you fall over." Major
What?
Tumble.
No, tumble doesn't refer to me tumbling around. It refers to my profession. I'm a jewel crafter. Tumbling is when you shake up the jewels, and it's a type of cut.
Osvaldo goes, "Yeah, guys, get with the program."
God damn it. Anyway,
At all like he knew that.
Nope. Not at all. You don't need an insight check for that.
That's what I
say, right, I gotta give you a couple of tips in stealthiness. So, as I'm like walking around the circle of men,
Yeah, they were like,
so any one of you can tell me what's the most deadliest blade or weapon?
rapier, short sword, great sword, Zweihander.
And then I quickly unpull a dagger from behind my back and put it to one of the elves' throats, and I go, "Nope, it's the one you don't see coming."
Okay, he burps slightly in your face and goes, "Please don't hurt me."
Don't worry, just doing it for dramatic.
Tumble. There's one person you notice that isn't part of the elf crew, but is still there. Bran.
Who's that? Bran.
With his club. He's just sitting there like confused as fuck.
Good thing. I'm like, okay, follow me. And if I can hear you, then you're not being stealthy enough, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to turn around and start walking away.
Yep. You want me to roll for them?
Yeah, roll some stealth checks.
I will do. I'm trying to find their character sheets.
As I'm walking slowly, I'll be talking aloud. I'll say, slowly transfer weight from one foot to the other.
Okay.
Don't let me hear you talking.
Okay, these should be +3, not plus.
That's constitution.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, it's
alcohol.
It's actually the same roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll just start
It's for
rolling.
the alcohol.
Mhm.
Oh, my passive perception is only 10. I only hear like 2 of them.
Oh my god. Okay, so 1, 2, and let's go with first. Let's go with Bran. Okay, yeah. So a couple of them are great at it. The others are drunk. I've given them disadvantage.
Oh god.
So one of them trips over a stone, falls over, smashes his wine, and literally just because of all the stress of the past couple of days, everything that's happened, just starts crying.
Crying. Hey, get up. Come on, it's supposed to be a fun exercise. Jesus.
He stands up, throws the red remnants of the bottle to one side, it hits a tree. He's like, I don't need to do this today.
No, you don't. Go back to bed. Jeez.
He just falls to sleep where the path was. He just lays down.
I point to the guy who's got the natural 20.
Mhm.
As for you, you've got potential.
Osvaldo goes, of course.
Oh, you see, it was Osvaldo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of course. So, yeah, what do you think of the name, by the way? The unnamed.
Well, my name's Osvaldo.
No, I mean for the group.
Oh, like as a collective?
A unit, yeah.
Well, but that's Pollark, that's Sven, that's Einar, that's Bjorn, that's...
Okay.
Because that was Agni, Iggle, and Finna.
Alright, that's enough for tonight, guys. Off to bed. And try to practice snoring quietly as well.
The guy in the pathway is already snoring, and Bran tries to slap him awake, and then you see Osvaldo and Eggle pick him up and begin carrying him off. They're like, "Alright, come on, let's put him to bed. Let's put him to bed."
Alright, yeah, I'll turn in for the night as well.
Yeah, okay. So you all get your long rests, and Vagor and Ali Aiden, right? This is just at the end of the session. This is just going to be the last minute. But suddenly, Arlian, you're like literally 30 seconds ahead of Vagor. You pop into existence in a brightly lit chamber. Ahead of you, there's an empty chair. And beside to your left, you see there's a couple of guards, elvish guards, full plate mail, halberds, tower shields, all kinds of armor. You pop into existence, and they all look at one another for a brief second. And one of them goes, from the echoes through the hall, goes, "What the fuck?" And they all reach for their halberd, lower it, and begin moving forward. Just as Vagor, you pop into existence, stumble, and look around. You see a ring of elvish guards lowering their halberds, just moving slowly towards you. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Amazing.
That was awesome.
Very nice.
Very nice. Walk past those legs, and you see that they are the bottom half of Kimmel.
Fuck's sake, that's... My 2 senior officers dead in one day.
And as you walk through the tree line, you see the area is just devastated.
Yep.
Yeah, there's like no evidence of them here. There is the base, just the base of Vagor's totem.
I will meagerly call out as best as I can for both of them.
No answer.
Then I'll just shrug at Felosio and say, "Let's go."
Yeah, we need to get moving. And as you head towards the river again, you look behind you and you do see this dust cloud of obviously horsemen rushing this way. Yeah, and she leads you into the river. Your horse is a trained warhorse, can swim and gets you straight across to the other side. By the time you and Felosio get to the other side of the river, the procession is probably a mile southeast now, so you manage to catch up pretty easily and tumble. You see Felosio and Dolaf arrive, and Mern looks obviously relieved. And Otti comes running up, kind of like wants to punch you, but then sees your injury, and then she's just like, "God, Timora's knuckle bones." He grabs you down.
I'll grab Mern.
Yeah.
Mern, we got an injured one here.
Yeah, so she immediately casts Cure Wounds on you, Dolaf.
Oh yeah, she's got that too.
Yeah, she's got that.
Can't believe you outrun that thing.
Oh.
Yeah, heals then punches.
Actually, she gives you 6 plus your level in healing from the healer's kit.
Cool.
And then cast Cure Wounds at level 2. For 11.
Oh.
You actually outran that thing. I can't believe it.
Well, thankfully, this one here did. And pat the horse again.
Yeah, the horse just seems to be a war. Like, it's not the stallion. This is the actual loyal warhorse that Otti bought you for. Just silent. And then it looks at you as if looking for nodding for approval. It wants to go for a drink.
I wave the wand.
Pat it away, yeah.
And it goes up for a drink at the river. What was that, Tumble?
I wave the wand in my hand. I say, that was conjuration magic. My guess it was some sort of portal or demi-plane. Chances are they're still alive, but somewhere else.
They certainly wasn't back there. I did go back to look. But no sign.
They could be transported anywhere. A portal that size into the void. God knows.
It's beyond my scope. I only really practice war magic. I don't know what to do, to be honest. Other than carry on and hope we can find answers in the capital.
Alright, let's move.
Okay, so as the procession moves on, later that evening, you do actually come across in the distance a small town, and you see it nestled between the valleys, and up ahead, Felosio rides back and goes, "Olaf, I know this place."
You do?
Mm-hmm. And she points towards it. She goes, "This is Braydark."
Good, bad? How are they?
She smiles and goes, "It's Pete's hometown."
Good news. Good news.
He nods.
Okay, let's try and meet with someone then.
We came here 4 or 5 months ago, just after we settled down in the fort. Remember, we went off on our own for a bit of
I
vacation.
do.
This is where we went. I met a few people here. I mean, they're going to be worried when they see a lot of people approach, but I'll ride ahead if that's okay with you. Actually,
Please.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Please, and take this and see if you can secure foods and perhaps somewhere to rest. Just ease them, and I'll draw out 50 gold pieces and hand it over to her.
She goes, yeah, that'll do, yeah. Puts it into a satchel. Anyway, I'll be back with the news. And she just rides off. And you see two of the elvish guards ride with her immediately.
I want to find the elf guard whose name begins with O.
Osvalda.
Osvaldo, yeah, he gets a field promotion. He's now captain of the guard.
He looks rather depressed and down.
Apologies, but it's on you now.
Yes, sir. No problem. I won't let you down.
And I'll just fall back in line with the rest of them and proceeds into Braydark.
Okay. We are going to take a 5-minute break. And we'll be back with the rest of the story after the break.
All right.